Hey guys, it's me again, the Unique Goddess, and I'm back with another pick a card reading. Okay, so the topic that I've decided to go with for today is who's still thinking of you after so many years? Who's still thinking of you after so many years? All right, so I do have 3 different piles to choose from as usual, and they're represented by 3 different story cubes. So pile 1, for your pile, the Tower came out for you guys. All right, so if you resonate with this story cube, then you would choose pile 1. Okay, for pile number 2, this one came out for you guys, and it's a person, and it looks like they just received a gift and they're shaking the box to try to figure out if they can get a sense of what the gift is inside the box. So if you resonate with this story cube, then you would choose pile 2. And pile 3, a crescent moon came out for you guys. Okay, a crescent moon. So if you resonate with this story cube, then you will choose pile 3. All right, so once again, pile 1 is this Tower. Pile 2 is a person with a gift, and they're trying to figure out what the gift is by listening to it, shaking the box, etc. And pile 3 is the crescent moon. And I believe it's a waxing crescent moon. Okay? All right, so choose your piles, and I will definitely be back with your individual reading. All right, thank you so much for joining me, pile 1. You have chosen the Tower cube. So this is going to be your reading. Okay, perfect. All right, so who's still thinking of you after so many years? I'm just going to start with our first oracle deck, okay? All right, so Spirit, with these cards, please show us who's still thinking of pile 1 after so many years. Who's still thinking of pile 1 after so many years? This one says dreams in the reverse. It says vivid dreaming, dream messages, dream teaching. Okay, so whoever this person is, they've definitely been having dreams about you. Okay, they've been having vivid dreams of you, messages in dreams of you, and dreams that teach them things about you. Okay, this is someone who I feel that you guys had a tumultuous past together. I mean, look at her body language. She's like holding herself as if she's been hurt, and she has a bunch of stingrays swimming around her. So that's painful, right? So I feel like this is someone who has some painful memories, or vice versa. Maybe you have the painful memories of what this person did to you. Maybe it's both. Okay, maybe this person did something to you in the past, okay, and you have painful memories of it, and now this person, because of karma, might be experiencing the pain of what they did to you. Okay, so take it how it resonates. We're gonna find out more. This one says divination, prophecy, fate, destiny, future, fortune. So this person may be doing divination to try to find out about you. Okay. And then it says, wave of power, a surge of power, upswing in energy, exhilarating movement. It's in the reverse. So this person doesn't have a lot of energy right now. Okay. They're maybe feeling weak and maybe feeling down. Okay. One more. It says sisterhood, friendship, allies, compatible souls, loyalty, joy, and delight. So I'm thinking that this was an old friend, okay? I'm thinking that this was definitely an old friend, someone that you had a friendship with, someone that you viewed as an ally or a compatible soul, someone that you were loyal to, someone that you delighted in at one point. It says homeland in the reverse, arrival, a journey ends, establishment, building and settled. Okay, interesting. So I think I'm just gonna go through the clarification. Okay, all right, hold on one sec, you guys. Sorry about that. Okay, let's just do the clarification. All right. So Spirit, when it comes to who's still thinking of Pal 1 after so many years, please show us what this dreams card reversed represents. Who's having dreams in this reading? What does this dreams card represent? Who's having these vivid dreams or messages in dreams? Okay, we've got the Magician, okay? So somebody's definitely trying to manifest you. Someone is trying to I'm thinking maybe you're the one who's having dreams about this person. Because with this card, I see that maybe somebody is actually using their willpower to make themselves show up in your dreams. Okay, with this Magician here, it's almost like it's purposely done. It's not by chance. It's not a coincidence. It's like this person is purposely doing it. They're like projecting their energy towards you. Like they want you to dream about them. So maybe this dreams card here, I mean, it could be both. It could literally be both. But I'm thinking maybe this is you having these dreams about this person. Okay? And when I see this Magician card, I'm thinking that this person is projecting their dreams, or their will. They're projecting their will so that you would dream about them. And people people do that sometimes. They can do that, I should say. And the reason they would do that is, you know, this person could have a crush on you, for instance, and they want to make sure that you stay on they stay on your mind. So they send you dreams, you know, at night. Okay? Also, with this card, this person could be a Virgo or a Gemini. Okay? Because that's what the Magician card represents. Virgo, Gemini energy. Okay? But what I get from this card as well is this person is different in the day from when you see them in the night. They have like two opposing sides to them. Okay? And then we have the Hierophant. Okay, we have the Hierophant, which is interesting. The Magician and the Hierophant. Okay, they're almost opposite energies. Okay, one is spiritual, whereas one is more religious. One is very flexible, the other one is more rigid. Okay? And the Hierophant is Taurus energy. So this person could be Virgo, Gemini, or Taurus. The Hierophant often symbolizes marriage. Okay, that's like the first thing that comes to mind when I see it. But it's also, you know, kind of like following orders or following an order. You know, it's basically trying to do things the right way. And it's also higher learning, you know. It's basically ascending to a higher level. Okay? So that's very interesting. So this could be someone who you were married to, or someone who wants to marry you. And they want you to feel the same way. So it's like they're projecting, or they're transmuting their energies towards you so that you would dream about them. But I do think that this person dreams about you as well. And then we have the Emperor. Okay, so definitely masculine energy all along here. Masculine, masculine, masculine. Okay, so the Emperor is Aries energy. All right. And the Emperor is definitely, you know, someone who is definitely an alpha. The Emperor is an alpha male. The Emperor is someone who has control. Someone who has control over something, over their life. I'm just thinking that the Emperor is usually a father as well. All right, so yeah, this is like masculine energy. There's someone who dreams about you and they want you to dream about them too, for sure. They want you to dream about marriage and perhaps having kids. Maybe this person wants to be a father and they want to get married. And so they're projecting it to you. They're like, you're the one, she's the one, she's the one, right? All right. Please give us some clarification for sisterhood. What does this sisterhood card represent when it comes to who's still thinking of Pal 1 after so many years? King of Wands in the reverse. I'm not going to take that because I don't like how it came out. Okay. What does this sisterhood card represent in this reading when it comes to who's still thinking of Pal 1 after all these years? We've got Queen of Cups. So this is water sign energy, which is Cancer, Scorpio, or Pisces. Okay, this is a very sensitive woman. Okay, she is she has a lot of emotions, but when you see her in the upright, she has full control over those emotions. She masters them. She doesn't let them get out of hand. Okay, and she's loving and she's nurturing. Okay, and then we got Queen of Pentacles. Okay, Queen of Pentacles. So we've got two queens here. And the Queen of Pentacles is definitely earth sign energy. Okay, Taurus, Virgo, or Capricorn. So we've got water and we've got earth here. So these two queens, they could be the same person, or they can be two different people. Now, because we're clarifying this card, sisterhood, I'm thinking it's two different people. Okay, I'm thinking it's two different people. I'm thinking one of you, you're one of them, and the other one, or maybe there are two different people that you were friends with. Okay, One of them is very beautiful, physically beautiful, but she's humble about her beauty. She doesn't like to show off her beauty. And same thing with her finances. She may have some money in the bank, but she doesn't necessarily like to flaunt it too much, okay? Although it just still always shows, okay? Because it's just who she is. And she's down to earth, laid back, kind. Both of these energies, I'm getting a homebody energy. With this one here, I'm getting she could be argumentative at times. But then she comes back and apologizes when things get out of hand. That's just the type of person she is. And, you know, I'm hearing Emily. I'm hearing the name Emily, okay? So if that resonates with you, it resonates with you. But I just heard that name. And I also heard Sarah. Megan as well. And Terry. Jessica? Wow, okay. I'm hearing so many names. Like, this doesn't usually happen to me, but yeah. I just heard Terry again. And Jessica. Okay. All right. So, yeah, if those names resonated with you, then that's great. But I do think that these are two different women. Okay? Perhaps these are people that you were friends with. Okay? Perhaps they were sisters, like literally sisters. We've got the King of Cups. Okay? So, this Queen of Cups could be married. Okay? We've got Strength. Okay? And we've got the Hermit. Okay? So, these ladies, what I can say, I feel like we're talking about two different groups of people here, Pile 1, for you. When it comes to who's still thinking of you after so many years, we have this male here who seems that he has feelings for you. We see the Hierophant here, and we see the Magician. So this man is manifesting. He's using his willpower to project. And what he's projecting is he wants you to dream about him. Okay? He wants you to dream about marriage with him. He wants you to dream about having his kids. This is someone who definitely, you know, has feelings for you. And he wants to make sure that you feel the same way about him that he feels for you. And then on this side, with the Sisterhood card, we have two different women. Okay, one may be a water sign, one may be an earth sign. One is sensitive. Okay, she's very sensitive. Okay, and then the other one is more stronger energy, stable, secure, down to earth. I'm thinking they could be sisters. Okay, because this one seems like this one is the older sister, and this one is the younger sister. Okay, she kind of keeps her in line. Yep. All right, and both of these groups here of people, they miss you. Okay, they miss you, but they're remaining strong. They're remaining strong. They're not necessarily letting you know that they miss you right now. Exactly, with the Strength, they're remaining strong. They're controlling their feelings. So they're not, like I said, they haven't called you to let you know, okay? They're just kind of keeping it within, all right? Let's get into the other deck here. So who's still thinking of Pile 1 after all these years? Another split, please. Okay, who's still thinking of Pile 1 after so many years? Please show us. Okay, we've got toil and labor, okay? Toil and labor. So what I'm thinking with this card is that maybe you used to be employed. Maybe you used to work with some of these people. I'm thinking these two because I'm seeing feminines on this card. So I'm thinking these two, maybe you used to work with them. Another thing I'm getting is that they could be toiling and laboring without you. That's how much they miss your energy. Like now that your energy is not there anymore, they could be in a position where they're literally toiling and laboring, like meaning that they're struggling and striving. They're working a job that they don't enjoy, and they're getting little to no pay from it, and their life just pretty much sucks. Okay, that's what I'm getting. And we got 3 and 8, which is 11. And 11 is the Justice card. So this could be karma for them. Them toiling and laboring, them struggling and striving and suffering and, you know, going through hard times. It could be justice. Justice for them. Judgment, justice, you know. The terms are somewhat interchangeable, but yeah, this could be karma that they're experiencing. This is probably why, because perhaps they did something to deserve that. Okay? Again, look, poverty. These two cards are very similar in meanings. Okay? So yeah, maybe these people are in poverty now since you left their life, or vice versa. Okay? For whatever reason, whatever they did to you. Okay? And then 3 and 7 is 10, and 10 is the Wheel of Fortune. So I would imagine this card as being the Wheel of Fortune in the reverse, which is bad luck, karma. Okay? So yeah, it definitely could be karma why these people are going through such a hard time. And we've got change. Okay? So on this card, we see someone moving away. We see a man packing all of his furniture and everything in this car, and he's definitely moving away. So maybe you moved away from these people, and maybe you did so with good reason. Okay, we've got 9, which is the Hermit. Okay, so you decided to be on your own. Seems like you decided to be on your own, and you decided to move away from these people, it seems. Okay, please give us more information on who's still thinking of Pile 1 after so many years. Okay, wow, this one wanted to come out. Poverty. Okay, so these people that are thinking of you after so many years are definitely in poverty. They're toiling and laboring. Okay, so they do have jobs, but their jobs don't make them enough to get by. Okay, they're still struggling and striving. And if they have kids, then boy, oh boy, I feel sorry for them, because their kids are also living in poverty, which is really hard. Okay? They may be living in just really shabby living conditions. Like I see a rat here, and I see a cat. So there's like a lot of unrest. Okay, in their life, these people. Okay, look, false person. Okay, I did mention that they're probably going through this as a result of karma, and this could be why, because maybe when they were with you, they were false people. They were, you know, remember what I said about the Virgo Gemini. I mentioned that this person is one way in the day and different in the night. It's like they have two sides. So that's what I see with this card. I see someone who has secrets, someone who's hiding, you know, someone who is deceptive. And, you know, we see two people here. So this person didn't work alone. Okay, similarly to these two over here. Okay, so these people may have like ganged up on you and did something to sabotage you. Okay, I'm guessing that maybe they spread rumors to try to sabotage you. Okay, and then we got distant horizons. Okay, and coincidentally enough, distant horizons is also about dreams. Okay, it's also about dreams, but it's also about traveling. Okay, it's a slow moving card. So maybe you haven't seen or spoken to these people in about 2 years, or maybe more than 2 years, minimum 2 years. Maybe you haven't spoken to these people in like 2 years, sorry, over 2 years, because, you know, I'm getting a sense maybe you traveled away from them. This brings to mind the Six of Swords energy as well. Maybe you traveled away from them, okay, because you just had enough, you know. And I'm thinking maybe you traveled to another country and you did it to accomplish some kind of dream or goal that you had, and you did it on your own, okay? So yeah, let's get some clarification. All right, so when it comes to, oh sorry, I forgot to take, actually, you know what, I'm gonna leave them. All right, so when it comes to who's still thinking of pile 1 after all these years, please clarify this toil and labor card. What does this toil and labor card represent in this reading for our pile 1 viewers? Who's toiling and laboring when it comes to pile 1? Who's toiling and laboring when it comes to thinking of pile 1? Six of Cups, definitely someone from your past or people from your past, okay? And these people have fond memories of you. I definitely feel like these people want to see you again, okay? These people, you may have known them, they may have been childhood friends. And it's so funny, I see an orange cat in both of these pictures. So maybe one of these people had an orange cat. I see a black cat in this picture. So maybe one of these people had a black cat or an orange cat. Okay? But yeah, this is people from your past. They miss you. Perhaps you grew up with these people. Okay? Perhaps maybe both of you had children, for instance, and your kids had play dates together. Or maybe your kids went to school together. Look, Ten of Pentacles. Okay, so with the Ten of Pentacles cards, I'm seeing, you know, not just money. We do see money. We do see wealth here. But the Ten of Pentacles card, to me, has a lot to do with ancestors and family. Okay? So these could be like, these could even be old family members, because it does say sisterhood on that card there. Okay, so these could literally be your sisters that you moved away, you moved out, and, you know, maybe you haven't spoken to them. But with this card coming up in the upright, I feel like they miss you, they want to see you, you know. They may even have gifts for you that they want to give to you. Okay, and then Eight of Pentacles in the reverse. Okay, Eight of Pentacles in the reverse definitely reminds me of this card, toiling and laboring. Okay, he's working hard and he's not getting a lot out of what he's doing. He's not getting a lot of money. Okay, easy comes, easy go type thing, you know. And yeah, so definitely someone from your past. Please give us more information here. Who's toiling and laboring when it comes to pile 1? What does this toil and labor card represent in this reading? Two of Pentacles. Struggling, striving, juggling. Okay, so whoever this person or people are, it's like, you know, I feel like they're struggling financially. Page of Swords. They're curious about you. Okay. Feel like you don't talk to these people for sure. Okay. Let's move on. Please clarify this poverty card for us when it comes to who's still thinking of pile 1 after all these years. Okay. So we've got Knight of Wands. Okay, so again, this is male energy here. The Knight of Wands is someone who's very passionate, someone who is very goal-oriented, someone who is very bold. They're not, usually the Knight of Wands is not usually shy, very passionate. They go after what they want. And I'm just getting friendly people person vibes, very bold, charismatic, you know, could be a fire sign such as Aries, Leo, or Sagittarius, okay? The Chariot, you know, the Chariot is linked with Cancer, okay? But this is definitely, when I said someone who's goal-oriented, this is definitely that. Someone who goes after their goals. They pursue their passions. They follow their heart, follow their dreams, okay? This person may be born in July, okay? Yep. Five of Pentacles. Yeah, this person is struggling financially. Definitely struggling financially. And this person, they're in a bad situation right now, but this person feels like they need you. They need a shoulder to cry on. They need someone to depend on. They need you. Okay? They're in poverty right now, for sure. Look, Five of Cups. Okay, whoever this person is, they're missing you a lot. Crying. Crying over you. Yeah, this person's crying. They're mourning the loss of their friend or their lover, whoever you were to this person. Like I said, this is a male. This is a female. We're talking about two different sets of people here. These ones here, these are females. Could be family members, okay? But they're both struggling, suffering financially. This person's crying, okay? Crying, mourning. This person is full of regret and remorse, okay? And then we got Page of Wands. So definitely this person wants to contact you. They definitely want to contact you, or they want you to contact them. And they know that the minute that happens, they're going to be so happy. They're going to be ecstatic, jumping for joy. This person has a lot of energy and passion for you. I feel like this is someone who's very sexually attracted to you. The Hanged Man. Yep, this person's being punished. I don't know what they did, but they are being punished, okay? Definitely, with the Hanged Man there. Yep, they're being punished for being a false person. All right. Let's get more into your reading. I had more cards that I wanted to use, pile one, but I decided to put them back because I didn't want to make the reading too long. So hopefully we get all the information we need from these three decks, okay? All right, so Spirit, please show us who's still thinking of pile one after so many years. Oopsie. I'm so sorry. I'm not going to take those because of the way that they came out. Okay, please show us again who is still thinking of pile one after so many years. All right, I'll take those. All right, so I don't know if I should take that. All right, so a flower, be honest with yourself. Okay? And then wings, you never needed those wings to fly. So yeah, these are people who are trying to hold you back. People who are trying to hold you back. And then also with the be honest yourself, the flower, people who have told lies about you. Yep, unbelievable lies, things that you can't believe. Yep. These are people who told lies about you, or they told you lies. And when you found out the truth, you flew away. Okay, you perhaps literally flew away, like in a plane, like to another country. Like you just packed up and you moved away because you just had it. Okay? So yeah, these are people who lied to you about whatever it is, and you flew away. These people were trying to hold you back as well. You know what? Since these two cards came out, and then this one here, I was getting a sense of Cinderella vibes. You know how Cinderella had two evil stepsisters, and her stepsisters were oppressing her, you know, taking advantage of her, talking behind her back. Remember, they ripped up her dress that she made? I'm just getting a sense of that from this card here. You know? Like, I just feel like these could have been like sisters, like I said, because this card literally does say sisterhood. Okay? So if they're not literally your sister, which they might be, because we did see the Ten of Pentacles. Okay? So they could be your actual blood sisters, or they can be just girls that you had a bond with, that you felt it was a sisterhood. Okay? But either way, there was a sense of them being false. They were not real. To your face, they were one thing, and behind your back, they were another. And they worked together, accomplices. Okay? And I just feel like these people, like, they just wanted to hold you back, hold you down, keep you stifled, prevent you from flying. They lied to you about something. I don't know what it is yet, but they definitely lied to you about something. And when you found out the truth, this was your reaction. You just picked up and you left. You had enough. That was like the final straw. And I'm getting a sense that it had to do something with this male here. They lied to you about something about this male here. Okay? They came out in the reverse, so I'm just going to leave them that way. At the bottom of the deck, we have Lioness. You've earned all your stripes. Yeah, because this reminds me of the Strength card that we saw earlier. Like you had the strength to pick up and you moved. I strongly feel that you moved, like literally moved, like across the globe. Okay, I feel like you took a plane and you flew right out of there. And you became fierce. I mean, not that you became fierce. You were always fierce, but now everybody knows how fierce you are, because that's not an easy thing to do, to pack up and just move somewhere to another country all by yourself. It's not easy. But you did it, and you did it with ease, you did it with stride, and it worked out for you. Thorns, weave together the crown you deserve. All right, so let's get some clarification. Okay, so this is Ace of Cups, Nine of Swords, Five of Swords. These people want a reconciliation. Okay, they want to repair the relationship. It's giving them anxiety, sleepless nights. Yep. Because I feel like they're having PTSD about what they did to you, about them being false, about them conspiring behind your back. Okay? Alright, so when it comes to who's still thinking of Pal 1 after so many years, what does this flower card represent? Please clarify this flower card for us. It says, be honest with yourself. Look, Ace of Cups. Exactly. These people want to restart the relationship. They want a new beginning in this connection with you. They're constantly watching you. They constantly want to know what you're doing, what you're up to, etc. But they're not letting you know. They're not telling you. They're not being honest with you or themselves. They're trying to keep those feelings bottled up inside. That they want a new beginning in this connection with you, and that they're truly interested and that they're watching you. Eight of Pentacles in the reverse. These people may be afraid that you don't want to work things out. King of Wands in the reverse. Okay. All right, please give us more clarification for this Be Honest card. Sorry, this Flower card in the reverse. When it comes to who's still thinking of Pile 1 after so many years, who's not being honest with themselves? And why aren't they being honest with themselves when it comes to how they feel? They're constantly thinking about Pile 1, but... Okay, we got Eight of Wands, the Hermit. Yeah, these people want to travel towards you, okay? They've been alone. They've been lonely and in a dark place without you, and they do want to travel back towards you, but it's like they're feeling a sense of being stuck with this one here, stuck and confused. And this one here, the Hermit, they still have a lot of things to think about. But yes, they do passionately want to come towards you and communicate with you. They want to talk to you. Okay, but again, with this card coming out in the reverse, I feel like they're keeping their feelings bottled up inside. Ace of Swords and King of Pentacles in the reverse. Okay. All right, please clarify this Wings card in the reverse. When it comes to you never needed those, sorry. When it comes to who's still thinking of Pile 1 after so many years, what does this Wings card represent? It says Seven of Pentacles. Yes. What I'm seeing here is that this is reaping what you sow. So these are things from the past, things that you've done in the past coming back to you to reward you. This is being rewarded for past efforts. So this is you. You were definitely rewarded for past efforts. I'm thinking that perhaps you had some savings, for instance. You were saving some money in the bank. And then when you needed to make that move, that spontaneous move, you were able to do it because you had that money in the bank. Do you know what I mean? It's something like that. But this is the past coming back, or this is, yeah, this is the past. Something that you've done in the past is coming back to reward you when it's in the upright. Okay. The Fool. Yep. Yep. Definitely when it comes to making that major move, that leap of faith to start a new adventure by yourself. Okay, definitely something that you did in the past came back in a good way to reward you. And then we've got the Hanging Man. Okay, so the Hanging Man is, you know, waiting for a sign, to hear, you know, something, news, messages. So and the Hanging Man is also a sign of being punished. It could also mean like self-sacrificing. Yep. So these people definitely think you're courageous for what you did. I do get a sense, Pile 1, that you just took a leap of faith and you just moved. I just feel like you moved. Okay, I feel like you moved. I feel like you took a flight, you moved. And it's not something that most people can do easily, but you did it. And I feel like these people admire you for it. Oops, why is this an eye now? Okay. Yep, these people are watching you. Okay, and with the Tower card, definitely they're experiencing towers, all of them. Please give us more clarification for this Wings card. What does this Wings card represent when it comes to who's still thinking? Three of Swords. Okay, so Three of Swords represents heartbreak. It represents separation. It represents confusion, you know. So perhaps you're still heartbroken by this person or these people. Knight of Pentacles. Two of Swords. Yep. Yep. So this person here, because remember, we're speaking about two different groups of people, but in this particular one, I saw the male. So this male here, he wants to come towards you. He actually plans on coming towards you, but he's taking his time. He needs more time. Okay? Definitely needs more time because there's a lot that he has to heal from. Okay? And then we've got the Two of Swords. I feel like this is more your energy. I feel like you have to think about whether you want to talk to this person, whether you want to let them in or not, let them into your heart. You know, yeah, you're still deciding whether you want to work things out with this person. Okay? That's all of the cards that we had for your reading, pile 1. But somehow I don't really feel satisfied. I'm really sorry. Okay, you know what? Let me just get back these cards here that I put away, because I didn't want to make your reading too long today, pile 1. One moment. Alright, pile 1. So, I am definitely going to leave the reading here for you. I do apologize. I probably should have stuck it out with the other 2 cards. We'll get, you know, a stronger sense of who these people are. But we definitely have a gist of who they are. Okay, so on the one hand, we do have a male. This male, I believe this is someone that you were in a relationship with. And this person, you could be dreaming about them at night. And if you are, it's because they're sending you those energies. They want you to dream about them. They want you to dream about marriage, and they want you to dream about, you know, being with them and being happy with them. Okay, because that's what they want for you. This is someone that, you know, perhaps they broke your heart or you broke their heart, or vice versa. But now they want you back, okay? But they're currently in poverty right now, okay? And that's their karma, okay? And then on the other hand, we have these 2 females here. These 2 females who may very well be sisters, okay? They could be sisters, but maybe they're not sisters of yours. They could be, though. They could be sisters of yours. But it says sisterhood here. So if you guys are not blood-related sisters, then you had like a kind of sisterhood type friendship with these ones, okay? But these ones, you know, although they miss you and they themselves are also going through toil and labor, okay? They're also going through karma, okay? For something that they did to you. I feel like they lied to you. I feel both of these groups of people lied to you. And they tried to hold you down, okay? And then when you caught wind of their deceptions, you flew the coop. You got out of there. You fled. And now these people are looking back and they want to contact you. These people miss you, okay? They want to contact you even if they're not telling you so right now, because that's what I see from this card especially. They're not telling you. See how she's trying to keep her mouth shut and she's holding something in? They're not telling you. But I feel like this male energy, this male here, I feel like he has plans of coming towards you, but he's just taking his time right now. Where is it? I definitely saw the Knight of Pentacles. So that leads me to believe that this person is planning on coming towards you, okay? But they are working through some emotional issues right now. They're working through some healing right now, okay? So yeah, both of these people, whoever they are to you, I hope this reading has given you a sense of who they are, pile 1, okay? But they're both experiencing towers, financial towers particularly. Both these sisters and this man here, who I believe is like, perhaps he's your ex-fiance, okay? So, yeah. I hope you enjoyed this reading, Pile 1. If you did enjoy the reading, please don't forget to give it a thumbs up. You can also comment to let me know what you liked about it. You can also share the reading if you think somebody else can benefit from it. And if you haven't done so already, Pile 1, please subscribe to my channel. I truly appreciate it. I truly appreciate all your support. And when you do subscribe, don't forget to hit the bell notification and select all so that you will be notified each time I post a new reading. That way I can always see you back here, because that is my goal. All right. So Pile 1, I hope you guys have a very blessed and beautiful day. Thank you for watching my reading. Thank you for supporting my channel. And without further ado, I shall say namaste. Alright, so for those of you who have chosen Pile 2 and the story cube with the person receiving a gift, then this will be your reading. Alright, so Pile 2, I'm gonna do your reading slightly differently from how I did Pile 1's, because in Pile 1 I left out a couple of the oracle decks that I had originally planned to use in an effort to make the reading not be so long. But in my opinion, in doing so, it didn't give the reading enough details. So I'm going to keep those oracle decks in for your reading, Pile 2, okay? So we're going to start off with the first one. Who's still thinking of you after so many years? All right, so Spirit, please show us for Pile 2. Who's still thinking of Pile 2 after so many years? Please show us. Who is still thinking of Pile 2 after so many years? Who's still thinking of Pile 2 after so many years? Who is still thinking of Pile 2? I'm not going to take those. After so many years, who's still thinking of Pile 2? Please show us, Spirit. Okay, wow, okay, all right, come on. Who is still thinking of Pile 2 after so many years? Come on, Spirit, please show us with these cards. Thank you. Okay, we've got freedom. It says independence, self-determination. Okay, so the person who's still thinking of you after so many years is someone who is quite rebellious. I'm seeing a fire sign, could be an Aries in particular. That's what I'm seeing here, but it could be really any sign, okay? But I'm seeing a fire sign in particular in Aries. They love their freedom. They love their independence. They're sort of a rebel, okay? Definitely a rebel. This person may be known to have an attitude, okay? And yeah, they're just a rebel. They kind of have an attitude. What else can I say about this person? Yeah, that's pretty much about it for now. So, this person, whoever they are, they're a freedom lover. They love their freedom. They're quite rebellious. This one says honor the masculine, respecting men, embracing the masculine divine. And then this one says yearning, longing for someone, undesired separation, pining. Okay, so whoever this person is that is still thinking of you after so long, this person thought that you had an attitude. Okay, they thought that you had an attitude and you're independent. So basically, especially with this card, what I see is that this person, they're a male. And I feel like you're a female watching, pal, too. And the problem that this person had with you is that they felt that you were not submissive. They felt that you were too independent. They felt that you were too much of a rebel. They might have saw you as a feminist, right? So that's the problem that they had with you. They felt that you didn't respect their masculine authority, okay? Yeah, it says respecting men, embracing the masculine divine. So that was this person's problem with you, okay? And then it says yearning, longing for someone, undesired separation, pining. So, but now that you're out of this person's life, they're longing for you. They miss you. Okay, I don't know how long it's been, but yeah. But like I said, initially when you guys were together, this person thought that you didn't respect their masculine authority. They felt that you were not submissive enough. They felt that you were too headstrong, too independent. Okay? This one says air, breathing deep, entering into life, exchange of life-bringing energies. Okay? So, for some reason, when I first read this card, I just thought of pregnancy, you know, because when you're in labor, you have to do a lot of deep breathing, and it also says life-bringing energies. So, I don't know, maybe this person wanted to get you pregnant. I don't think that they did. Maybe they wanted to get you pregnant, or maybe you did get pregnant, but maybe you didn't go through with the pregnancy. Okay? Maybe you or this person is involved in the medical field. Okay? Yeah, maybe you or this person is involved in the medical field, okay? Oh my goodness, wow. Didn't I just talk about giving birth? Wow. So yeah, it says Yamaya, grandmother ocean, primordial. We see a mermaid here and she has a baby in her arms. So again, I'm thinking that this person is thinking a lot about getting you pregnant, okay? Again, I'm thinking, you know, maybe some of you did get pregnant, okay? But I'm also thinking that maybe you did not go through with the pregnancy. There could have been a miscarriage or maybe even straight up an abortion, okay? All right. Or maybe you did go through with the pregnancy and you just decided to take the child with you when you guys broke up. Who knows? But I see here you know, there's a pregnancy here. Okay, maybe this person feels bad about missing the birth of their child with you, maybe. Okay, this one says divination, prophecy, fate, destiny, future, fortune. So I'm seeing that this person uses divination to try to find out about you. This person has obsessive energy. They're trying to find out about you. Okay? Fertility, potential, power, creative energy, initiation energy. Again, another card about pregnancy and fertility. So if you don't have this person's child, pile 2, then they are in regrets about you not having their child. Like they think about it all the time. Okay? If you do have this person's child, then again, they think about that child all the time. Maybe you took the child with you when you separated from this person and they haven't seen the child since. So they think about it all the time. Okay? And then this one says the mirror. It says know thyself, self-examination, seeing who you really are. Okay? So this person is trying to do some self-reflection here. Okay? And I feel like maybe they think that you also should do some self-reflection, knowing yourself, seeing who you really are, self-examination. Okay? I'm going to get right into clarification. Okay? And I'm going to be using the same deck as I used in pile 1. Let me just do some sound cleansing here. All right, some sound cleansing. All right. So please clarify this freedom card for us, Spirit, when it comes to who's still thinking of pile 2 after all these years. So we've got Ace of Swords. And then we got Page of Cups. Okay, so this person wants to have some honest, heartfelt communication with you. Okay, because with this Ace of Swords here, there's something that they've just discovered. Okay, there's something that they have just discovered. And I feel it has to do with this here. Because I feel that what it is that they misinterpreted who you were. They thought that you were just this rebel who had a chip on their shoulder, who had attitude. They thought that you didn't respect their male authority, you know. But I feel like, you know, with the Ace of Swords, they discovered some kind of truth. Okay, they figured something out, and now they wanna have some honest communication with you. Okay, and it could be about a child, as we saw. So yeah, they discovered something about you. They discovered that they were looking at you the wrong way. They perceived you the wrong way. They thought that you were too headstrong, that you didn't respect them, you know, but they figured out, oh, okay, you know what? I think I was wrong about that, you know? The Magician, okay, so this person's manifesting you. Okay, this person may be a Virgo or Gemini, okay? And then we have 9 of Wands, okay? 9 of Wands. So this person, we can see here, he's on his knees. So this person is like really humbling themselves, okay? Because I feel like when they were in the relationship with you, they were trying to be the alpha male, okay? They were trying to be the alpha male. They wanted a woman to be submissive to them. They wanted the woman to bow to them. And they want the woman to obey them. That's the word that they probably used, obey, okay? But now they realize, no. That's not how it works, okay? You don't just automatically get into a relationship thinking that you have a right to boss women around. It doesn't work that way. Just because you have a penis doesn't mean that you have authority over people who don't have penises. It just does not work that way, okay? But this person, they realize that they had it all wrong, and now they're humbling themselves. They don't want to fight with you anymore. Okay, they don't want to put up defenses up anymore and saying, oh, I'm the boss, you know. They're willing to humble themselves, this person here. And they don't want to fight with you anymore. They don't want to fight for authority anymore, because they're realizing now that that is not what a relationship is about. A relationship is not about a man having authority over a woman, or vice versa. It's not about authority, period. Okay? A relationship is about mutual respect, mutual love, mutual everything should be mutual in a relationship, and I think this person is just now figuring that out. Okay, Paul 2. So yeah, they're manifesting you, okay, because this person does miss you. All right, so please give us some clarification for this air card. What does this air card represent in this reading for Paul 2? It says breathing deep, entering into life, exchange of life, bringing energies. Oops. Okay. I'm not going to take those. I don't like the way they fell out. So let's try again. Please give us some clarification for this air card, Spirit. Okay, we've got King of Cups. Okay. King of Cups. So this person has tender feelings for you. This person is feeling highly emotional. This person is thinking about marriage for sure. They're thinking about marriage. They want to put a ring on it, and they want to keep you. They want to lock you down. Okay? So yeah, this person is definitely thinking about starting a family with you if they haven't done so already. That's what they're thinking of. Okay? And look, the Lovers. Yes, this person has their mind made up. Okay, they choose you. This person chooses you. I feel like this person, even after so many years, I don't know how many years has gone by for you and this person, Pile 2. But even after so many years, this person chooses you, because I feel that they have moved on to other women after you, and it just wasn't the same. It just was not the same, okay? There was something about you that this person actually loves, okay? When they were with you, they had a problem with you. They always used to complain about your attitude. They always used to complain about, you know, you're a freedom lover, you're too independent, you know, you're too strong, you're not submissive. That's what they used to complain about. But now they've had a change of heart completely, and this person, they want you. And not only that, they want to lift you up, okay? Before, when they were in the relationship with you, they wanted to be above you. They wanted to be above you. And now this person had some sense knocked into them or something. They just had a change of heart, and now they realize, you know what? I want to exalt my woman. I want to lift her up. Okay, I don't want to bring her down and make her bow to me, make her obey me, and all that. They realize that they wanna uplift you. They want to uplift their woman, and yeah. So yeah, they're thinking about family, and they just want love the way that it's supposed to be. Ace of Wands. Okay, so this person is highly attracted to you as well. Like they, you know, not only do they love you and have tender feelings for you, but they're highly sexually attracted to you. And yes, they are thinking about planting their seed. Okay, they're thinking about getting you pregnant for sure. All right, please clarify this Yamaya card. It says grandmother ocean, primordial. Okay, so we've got Page of Wands, okay? So Page of Wands, again, they are thinking about creation, children. This person definitely wants to contact you. They want to send you a message. They want to let you know. Again, you see the trees behind them, and the trees have fruit in them. This person, okay, this is a male, and I feel like his biological clock is ticking, okay? Because sometimes it does happen for males too. It's not just females that this happens to. But this male, his biological clock is ticking. He is fertile, and he's thinking about planting his seed, and he sees you as the target, Paltu. He's thinking about children. He wants to plant the seed within you, and he's hoping that you would accept it. He wants to communicate with you. He wants to let you know how he feels. He wants to let you know exactly how he feels. He wants to be completely honest and open about it. He wants to say, baby, I love you. I'm attracted to you. I want to plant my seed in you. Let's do it. Let's get married. Let's have children. Let's do it. You're the only one I want. You're the only one I want. Even after all these years, I've had other women, but none of them have come close to you. You're the one I want. I want you to have my kids. This is exactly what this person wants to tell you, pal, too. Five of Swords, okay? So this person may be involved in some kind of conflict. Okay, there's some kind of conflict here. Perhaps they're thinking that, perhaps, I don't know, maybe they have people around them, or maybe this is how they used to be. Definitely this is how they used to be, for sure. With the Five of Swords energy, this is a very prideful person that would do anything to win. Anything. Doesn't matter who they hurt. Doesn't matter what they say to hurt people's feelings. As long as they win, as long as they come out victorious in the end, this is that type of person, okay? This is a person that you can't really trust, okay? This is a wolf in sheep's clothing. This is a person who, they would be your friend one minute, but if they want to win something, if they're in some kind of competition, all of a sudden you guys are not friends. You guys are bitter enemies, okay? So this could be how this person used to be. Yep. This is how they used to be. They remember how they used to be with you. They were a very prideful person. All this person focused on was how they looked. They needed to look like the man. They needed to look like the alpha male. They didn't care. They did not care if they hurt your feelings around other people. They did not care if they brought you down around other people. They did not care if they hurt your feelings just to make themselves look good. Okay? This is how they were. And now look, they're crying over it. They're crying over it because they realize how wrong they were. Okay? Yes, this is the type of man, I'm telling you, this is the type of man when you guys were around other people, especially, yes, when you guys were around other people, this person would put you down, you know, or like, oh, go make me a sandwich, you know, something like that, would try to like embarrass you, put you down in front of other people just to make themselves look like the champ, the victor, the alpha male. They did that, and they didn't care. They didn't care how they made you feel, just as long as they looked good. And they're realizing now that was the wrong approach because they lost you. And you were their true love. You were their one true love. They lost you. Now they're in regret. They're in remorse. They're mourning over losing you. Okay? And they know that they were the cause. It was because of them and their attitude. Ten of Swords. Okay? They've basically hit rock bottom, okay? They've basically hit rock bottom because I feel that all of the hurt and pain, everything that they caused in the relationship when they were with you, it's all backfiring onto them. They're having a lot of memories. They're having a lot of regret, a lot of remorse. They're feeling really, really down and sad about themselves. They feel like they had a good thing in you and they really messed it up. Okay, they thought that they could just replace you. They really thought that they could just replace you. Okay, because like I said, they have dated other women after you. They have. But they've just realized that nothing, like, you're the one. Like, nothing come close to you. Nothing comes close to you. And they just had the wrong approach. Okay? Instead of looking at you for the woman that you were, the good woman that you were, they were just too concerned about having a woman to be their slave. I think that this person was influenced by some kind of toxic male in their life. This person was influenced by toxic masculinity. Somebody toxic put some masculine ideas into this person's head that had them thinking, oh, your woman's supposed to be submissive to you. Your woman's supposed to obey your every command. If you tell that woman to go make you a sandwich at 3 o'clock in the morning, she should be able to get out of bed and do that for you. No problem. No questions asked. This person had like toxic ideas into their head. Okay? And then after you left, and this person was by themselves, and they had some time to think, and they had some time to really feel what they did, this person was brought back to their true self, which is, this person's true self is, they're a water sign. Okay, this person could be a Cancer, a Pisces, or even a Scorpio. I'm thinking this person's a Cancer or a Scorpio, okay? But yeah, this person's like a water sign. They have tender emotions, okay? But the thing about Scorpios and some Cancers too, they are known for putting like a hard shell exterior. They're known for kind of like blocking their feelings and really protruding like a very masculine outer shell, okay? So that's what this person did when they were in the connection with you, unfortunately, and that's what ruined it, okay? The Hanging Man, okay? They're paying for it now. They're suffering. They're suffering for what they did, okay? And Eight of Wands, this person wants to come towards you. Like they really want to come towards you quickly, okay? All right, and please clarify this divination card for us, please, Spirit. When it comes to who's still thinking of Pile 2 after so many years. Oh, we got Four of Pentacles. Okay, so this person is greedy, okay? They want you for themselves and no one else. Okay, they definitely do. They're possessive. They want you. Okay, Four of Swords. So again, we have 4, 4. Here we have 5 and 5. Here we have 4 and 4. Okay, so 4 is a number of power. It's a powerful number. So I feel like this person is, they're protecting their heart and they're healing themselves. Yeah. Okay, so basically what this person's trying to say is that the reason why they put on this hard exterior shell and they weren't the tender male that they were supposed to be in the connection. They weren't loving, they weren't tender, they weren't caring. Like they should have just been open with their true feelings, but they were protecting their heart because they had a lot of healing to do. Okay, possibly some childhood healing from their own mother, possibly. Okay, that's what I see there. It's like they were protecting themselves because this person felt that if they were too vulnerable, they felt that if they wore their heart on their sleeves, that they would be taken advantage of. So they were trying to protect their heart, okay, by just keeping things inside, you know, being possessive. They were being possessive. They looked at you as like an object that they were meant to control. And they were meant to own this object. Oh, this is mine now. This is my woman. This is what my woman does for me. That's basically how they saw relationships back then. But they realized they had to heal from that. Okay? Probably some childhood wounds. Okay? Maybe they were hurt by their own mother. Like I said, maybe they had some childhood wounds. Maybe they were hurt by their own mother. Maybe as a child, they opened up to their mother and they told their mother something, some kind of secret that was, you know, near and dear to their heart. And maybe their mother embarrassed them with that secret. Maybe she told everyone and embarrassed them. And now they realize, oh, I'm never going to tell a woman anything anymore. I'm never going to reveal how I feel about a woman anymore. And they just carried that all throughout their life. But they've been healing from it, okay? They've been healing from it. Maybe they learned that from divination. Maybe they went to see a psychic. Okay, maybe they went to see a psychic. Maybe they watched a tarot reading or something, and that tarot reader told them, yeah, you have some childhood trauma to heal from. Okay, to teach you that when you're in a relationship, a woman is supposed to be your partner. You guys are supposed to have mutual trust for each other. If you want her to trust you, then you need to trust her. And how you trust her is you are completely transparent and you are completely open. You don't hold things back. You know, you don't hold things back. You don't become possessive. A woman is not a possession. She's your partner, okay? And she's not an object that you own and that you're meant to control. So this person realized that, yes, they needed to do some healing. And they also realized that you're an empress. They realize that not all women are like their own mother. I do feel that this person had some wounding from their mother. And they realize that you're not their mother. Okay, not all women are their mother, that they can definitely heal. And they realize too that they want you to have their child. Okay, and I do feel, yes, it says prophecy, fate, destiny, future fortune. So somebody, I feel like this person went to see a psychic. 8 of Pentacles in the reverse. They realized that they have a lot of work to do. Yep, and they needed to humble themselves. Yep, okay. Right, so let's get into your other oracle decks, pile 2. So when it comes to this person may want to come back with a gift for you. I'm just saying. All right, let's get into the other oracle decks. I'm just going to do this kind of shuffle. Even though I don't want my cards to be bent. I hope this doesn't bend my cards. But if I do it gently, it shouldn't. All right. Okay, so Spirit, please show us with these cards who's still thinking of our pile 2 viewers after so many years. Who is still thinking of pile 2 after so many years? I'm actually going to add my timing deck for you, pile 2, to figure out how long it's been since you've been with this person, okay? I'm going to get that after. But who's still thinking of pile 2 after so many years? Spirit, please show us with these cards. Thank you. For those who will be watching pile 2, who's still thinking of our pile 2 viewers after so many years? All right, we've got channeling. All right, channeling. So this is definitely another confirmation to support this card, which shows that this person has definitely it's either they've done some divination themselves, because remember they did come up as the magician, so maybe this person is well versed in magic, okay? So it's either they've been doing their own divination about you and the connection and where it went wrong, etc., or they went to someone, or it could be both, okay? Just because you're well versed in magic doesn't mean that sometimes you don't need support from others, okay? So yeah, this person has been doing some channeling, okay? And what I feel that I feel that this person, they learned a lot about their family, their family, their upbringing. They learned a lot about things such as generational curses that may have been passed down in their family. Like maybe they learned that where they went wrong in their connection with you is also an area where a lot of the males in their family also struggle from. Remember, I did say that this person was influenced by some form of toxic masculinity. Some form of toxic masculinity this person was influenced by, which means that it wasn't their true personality that they were putting on. They were putting on a facade because there was someone putting a battery in their back telling them, oh, this is how you're supposed to be. This is how women are supposed to be. This is how you treat her. Da, 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 da. And this person was instead of listening to their own intuition, instead of following their own heart, they were listening to this toxic person. It could have been a father, a grandfather, an uncle, someone in their family, or maybe a few people in their family was putting a battery in this person's back when it comes to their relationship with you. And it made this person out to be a toxic masculine when they were in the connection with you. It made this person out to be a very toxic masculine, thinking that you were their possession, thinking that they owned you and that they were meant to control you, thinking that their penis gave them authority. Just because they were born with a penis, that they had authority over all people who did not have penises. There are men who, unfortunately, they think that way, but it's not true. It is not true, okay? Your penis does not give you authority. The fact that you were born a male does not mean that you have power or authority over women. So this person, they did some kind of divination where either an ancestor came back and spoke to them, or I don't know, but they found out something about their family tree. They found out something about their lineage, their family, and I do believe that they found out about the generational curses in their family. And that, like I said, that could be a generational curse, okay? For instance, they may have looked around in their family and they may have realized that all the males in their family are single. All the males in their family died single, died without a wife, died without being in their children's lives. They just died miserable, grumpy old men. And maybe they received some channel. Maybe they channeled someone. I'm thinking an ancestor came through to this person and told this person, hey, you don't want to end up like me, or you don't want to end up like Uncle so-and-so, or you don't want to end up like so-and-so. Like all the males in our family, we have this issue where we become too bossy and too controlling of the women in our lives, maybe even abusive, and it causes the women to flee from us, okay? And you don't want to be like that. You don't want to die old and alone like I did. I'm just thinking maybe that's what the family member came through and said to this person. Because look at this tree. I don't know if you guys can see it. There's a tree here and it's grumpy. It's grumpy. Okay? The tree has fruits. Doesn't have leaves, but it has fruits. So maybe this person comes from a family where, you know, it's a lot of men in their family. They have kids with women. But for some reason, the kids and the women never stick around, and these men end up dying alone and lonely and grumpy, and they just end up dying that way. So the lineage doesn't exactly carry on. I mean, it carries on with the women, but these men end up dying alone. So I feel that this person had like a realization that they don't want to repeat that pattern. They don't want to repeat that same generational curse. And so I feel an ancestor came through to them, okay? Maybe through in their dream, or maybe through a psychic that they saw or something. And someone was channeled and that message came through to them that, hey, you don't want to repeat that same generational curse. Okay, it's something that's been in our family and you don't want to repeat it. Okay, you want to have a family. You want to get yourself a wife. You want to get yourself a child. You want to learn to respect that woman and not boss her around, and don't be intimidated by her strength. Okay, a strong woman is not a bad thing. Okay, a strong woman complements a strong man. Okay, a strong woman is not seeking to have authority over you. She's just a strong woman because that's how she's raised. That's how her life is. But that doesn't mean that she's trying to have authority over you. So you shouldn't be threatened by that, etc., etc., etc. Okay? Look, again, tradition. We see another tree here. Okay, we see that here, right? So yeah, this family member came through to them and say, you don't want to follow that tradition of being alone, okay? You don't want to follow that family tradition of dying alone, being a grumpy old man and dying alone, not having a wife, not having his kids in his life, you know, things like that, okay? Yes. And then balance, another tree. You see that? So yes, this person learned that they really do need to have balance in their relationships. It's not one person over the other person controlling the person. Okay, it's two people in union with one another. Two people having mutual love for each other, mutual respect for each other, mutual care, mutual trust. Everything is mutual and balanced. Okay? This is what this person learned. They realized they don't want to die alone. They realize they want to have a wife and they want to have kids and they want to have a wife who loves them, not a wife who fears them. Okay? Definitely. Okay? Let's get some clarification for this one. So, please clarify this. Okay, 7 of Cups. 7 of Cups. Knight of Cups and Temperance. Yeah, Temperance, here we go again with the balance, okay? Emotional balance. They realize that in order for a relationship to work and in order for a relationship to flourish, it has to be equally yoked, okay? In other words, if you want a woman to respect you, you have to respect the woman, okay? You can't go in and be this drill sergeant and expect respect. It's not going to be real respect. It's going to be more of fear. You don't really want a woman to fear you, okay? If a woman fears you, I mean, that's not genuine. I mean, some guys may be happy with that. Some guys may be happy with having a woman that's afraid of them, but at the end of the day, if a woman fears you, I just feel like in the long run, things are not going to go right with you. You know, things are just not going to go right for you in that connection, okay? All right, so yeah, this person realizes that they have to have balance in a relationship. This person realizes that they have to really wear their heart on their sleeves and be more romantic, and don't be afraid of showing their love, okay? And with the Seven of Cups, I feel like they had a lot to think about, this person. I feel like this person had a lot to think about, okay? Because with the Seven of Cups, it talks about, you know, kind of like considering your many options. I feel like this person did have options, okay? I feel like this person, like I said, you know, this person did date other people. They did. Maybe while they were with you, maybe after you, maybe both. But they did date other people, and they just realized, you know what? You know, I had the girl of my dreams, and I totally messed it up because of my toxic masculinity. Okay, and yeah, they did have a lot to think about. They realize now that, yeah, they need to be more romantic. Don't be afraid to show their feelings. Don't be afraid to be tender. Don't be afraid to be emotional, and they need balance. Okay? Not authority, but balance. Equally yoked relationship. Eight of Wands, again, this person wants to come towards you quickly and passionately, and I feel with the Eight of Wands as well, that's another thing. With the Eight of Wands, when I first started doing tarot, I remember when the Eight of Wands came up, it usually was a sign that you're getting something in the mail. Okay, it's usually a sign that you're getting something in the mail. So I feel like this person wants to come through very quickly, and they do want to give you a gift, okay? Just as we see here, I feel like this person does want to give you a gift. And they, like I said, they want to communicate with you. They want to tell you how they feel. They just want to, like, you know, when you haven't seen someone in a long time, and you know those movie scenes where the two people are running up to each other and they just hug each other. That's what they want, okay? That's the kind of greeting they want to give to you, because this person misses you so much, okay? Let's get into the other oracle deck that we have for you, pile 2. Oopsie. All right, let's keep it that way. And one more. Just want to make sure it's thoroughly shuffled. All right, perfect. All right, so please show us with these cards, Holy Spirit. Who's still thinking of pile 2 after so many years? After all these years, who is still thinking about pile 2? Who's still thinking of pile 2 after all these years? Who's still thinking of pile 2 after so many years? Please show us with these cards, Spirit. After so many years, who's still thinking of pile 2? Please show us with these cards. Please show us. Deep, dark sea mermaid. Find solutions in the unknown places in the darkness. And the mermaid and the turtle. It's interesting how these two cards have mermaids on it, because this is not a mermaid deck, okay? But both of these two cards talking about mermaid, which are sea creatures. So this person may definitely be a water sign, okay? I'm getting strong water sign energy. But they weren't living in their water sign nature when they were with you. They were not, okay? Because they were influenced by toxic masculinity, for sure. This one says, wolf, moon, I will watch over you. Okay, so this person is, I'm getting a sense that they're single, and they're still watching for you. This person's still watching for you. It could be, like I said, it could be by means of divination, trying to find out, you know, what you're doing these days, etc., how you feel about them. Because we do see a moon in the background. So yeah, they're watching over you some way, somehow. It could even be over social media as well. But yeah, this person is definitely watching for you, watching over you. And I do feel that they're alone. They're single right now, you know. And again, like, you know, at one point, like I said, this person wanted to be the alpha male. When I see this wolf here, that's what I think of. I think of, like, you know, alpha male, like a lone wolf or the leader of the pack. This is what this person thought of, you know. But they've dropped all of that. They've dropped all of those thinking because of the revelation they had. They had a spiritual revelation where, like I said, I feel like some family member came through. Somebody channeled a family member. And this family member, this ancestor of theirs, came through and told them the reality. Listen, buddy, okay? You don't want to repeat the same generational curses that's in our family. You don't want to repeat that same pattern of the men dying alone and lonely without a wife, without their children, you know? And so, yeah, after that revelation, you know, they've dropped that whole persona of trying to be the alpha male. Now, don't get me wrong. I'm not saying that alpha males are toxic. True alpha males are not toxic people at all. True alpha males are natural born leaders. True alpha males care about the people that they're leading, whether it be the woman, the family. They care. They make sacrifices for their wife, their children, their family. That's what a true alpha male is. A true alpha male doesn't lead with brute force. That's not a true alpha male. That's people's perception of what an alpha male is. But that is not an alpha male. That's a bully. Okay? So I'm not saying that, oh, this person... I don't have anything against alpha males. In fact, I love alpha males. I'm strongly attracted to alpha males, but true alpha males, not the bullies. Okay? People get it all wrong. People think fake bravado and being bossy and being authoritative and not caring, being bullies. People think that's alpha male, but that is not a real alpha male. If you look at wolf packs and if you look at the leaders of the pack, oftentimes the leaders of the pack, they will lead the way. Oftentimes they would go without food to make sure that the rest of the pack eats. Oftentimes they would point someone to go ahead, and then they would walk behind to make sure that the pack is safe. So basically they have the pack's back. They're concerned with the pack's safety and the well-being, etc. So that is a true leader. That is a true alpha male. A true alpha male is not someone who bosses around people who are perceived as weaker than them. That is not true alpha male. That is where the toxicity comes from in masculinity. Okay, and I'm not saying that all masculinity is toxic either. Okay, because there are some feminines who can be toxic as F. There is toxic femininity as well. Okay, some feminines thinking, oh, I can do whatever a man do, and no, I'm not taking advice, and no, da, da, da. Like some females just deliberately are, I don't know, they just have it in their head that they're supposed to compete with males, and anything a man tells them to do, they're not supposed to do it. For instance, I remember watching this video quite recently, actually, of this woman. She's on TikTok or something like that. She was doing a TikTok video where she was like, she had just finished cooking dinner, and she was actually dishing it out, and she was explaining to her viewers that, you know, this is how I make dinner. I share dinner for myself and for my daughter, not for my husband. He's supposed to get it himself. If he wants it, he's supposed to get it himself, and blah, 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 blah. She's basically explaining to all of her followers and viewers that she doesn't do anything for her husband. She only does for her and her daughter. And there was no explanation behind it. I remember watching the video, and I remember thinking, like, why? Is there a reason why? Like, did your husband do something to you and this is how you get back at him? There was no explanation as to why. Okay? So, like, for me, like, obviously, if there's no explanation why, there probably was no reason. There probably was no reason other than the fact that she's a toxic feminine. She thinks that doing something for your man is being weak. It's being a slave. So she just refuses to do anything for her man. That is toxic femininity. Okay? Because doing something for your man, cooking for your man, cleaning for your man, you know, all that stuff, doing his laundry, etc., that's not being a slave to your man. That's helping your man. Because after all, he's paying the bills, you know, usually. I mean, in her situation, he definitely was. Because the reason why I say this is because that same woman, she posted a video after that one, and she was complaining and crying about how her husband, he took all of the money out of their joint account. Or he froze it or something like that, and he left. Okay? So now she's left with nothing, and it's just her and her daughter. Well, what do you expect, ma'am? What do you expect? Okay? He was paying everything for you. You know, he put your name under the account, even though it probably wasn't your money. He just probably put your name under it to make it a joint account to say, hey, it's our money, you know. And he was working all day. She was a housewife, and that's how she decided to deal with it. She just decided, hey, I'm not going to do anything for my husband, even though he put a ring on it and married her. Okay? I'm not going to do anything for my husband because I'm not a slave. I'm not a doormat. I'm not blah, 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 blah. I'm just going to do for me and my daughter. If he wants food, he can come get it himself. If he wants his laundry done, he can come do it himself. That is toxic femininity, and I'm telling you, the man has a right to leave you if that's so what I'm basically trying to say is that it goes both ways. I'm trying to say that it goes both ways. I'm not saying all masculinity is toxic, and I'm not saying that femininity can't be toxic as well. Okay? But yes, they both can be toxic. Okay? So that's what I'm trying to say. This person had a realization, and they realized that true alpha male is not being a bully. It's not trying to find control. It's not possessing someone. It's mutual, okay? Being in a relationship, it's mutual. This person realizes that, okay? We've got Brother Raccoon, a safe place for you to go, okay? So this person may be living with their brother right now, okay? Maybe you guys lived together, okay? And maybe this person was forced to leave the dwelling that you guys share together, and now maybe they have to be with their brother. Okay, it says a safe place for you to go. So yeah, if you think about raccoons, raccoons, like, they live out in the wild, okay, and they scavenger through people's garbage and things like that. So yeah, this person may be like couch surfing, like living with his brother right now, okay? And yeah, they miss you. It says a loyal guardian, a magical protector is there for you. Exactly. So they're realizing that an alpha male is not a bully, but they're in fact a protector. And this person realizes that they want to be there for you. And they also realize that they miss you because you were there for them. You were there for them, okay? Because another thing, what I'm sensing here is that, okay, yes, you are strong. You are a strong woman. Yes, you are independent. Yes, you are determined. You are strong, but you still did for this person. You still helped them out around the house. You still cooked for this person. You still were very loving and feminine in the areas that you needed to be loving and feminine in. That's what this person failed to recognize, okay? They saw your strength and they were just intimidated by it, by your strength. You know, they thought that you were too strong. They tried to humble you. They tried to boss you around. They tried to get you to be submissive. But what they didn't see is that you were submissive. You were submissive. Okay, yes, you were still, like, here's a lot of men don't understand, not all men, but a lot of men don't understand that just because a woman's strong, it doesn't mean that she can never respect you. It doesn't mean that she can never do things for you. And that's where a lot of toxic females get it wrong as well. Okay, you can still be strong and still do stuff for your man. Like, for instance, a good explanation of this would be that Cosby Show clip. There's a Cosby Show clip of where Alvin went over to the Huxtable's house, and Claire Huxtable, the wife, she offered him a cup of coffee. And he was shocked. He was shocked that she offered him a cup of coffee because she's known to be a strong woman. She's a lawyer. She has a career. And he's seen her back and forth sometimes with Cliff, you know, where, well, actually not Cliff, because Cliff was a good husband. It's actually her. He's had encounters with her where she was resistant about, you know, that whole thing about men having control over women. So he was actually shocked at the fact that she offered to get him a cup of coffee. And she's like, why are you so shocked? Why are you so shocked that I'm gonna get my husband a cup of coffee? He's like, oh, because I didn't think that you did those things. You know, so that's what I'm trying to say. It's like he looked at her strength and he just felt in his heart that, oh, there's a woman who doesn't do anything for her man. There's a woman who doesn't respect any man. But that is not the truth. A woman can be strong. A woman can have her own career. A woman could be intelligent and have her own opinions. A woman can stand up for herself and still respect her man. Okay, she can still respect her man enough to do things for her man. She can still respect her man enough to serve her man. Do you know what I mean? It's a balance. It's a balance, and it's really how the man treats the woman that gets that respect. Okay? So yes, this person has learned a lot. And yes, they're staying with their brother. I believe so. And they're couch surfing and staying with their brother, and they're realizing what it is to be a true alpha male. A true alpha male is to be a protector. You see how this dog is strong and it's fierce, but she loves this dog because the dog knows, you know, there's like a good balance. You know, the dog knows that this is my owner or my mom or whatever, and I love her. The dog knows when to be submissive. Okay, the dog is not always powerful and brute. The dog is not always in protective mode when it comes to their owner. The dog sometimes is in submissive mode, and, you know, the dog is sometimes in caring mode. The dog comes along and if they see that you're in a bad mood, they would come and, you know, lick you and pet you, etc., etc. You know what I mean? So it's a good balance, okay? The delicate fairy and her ferrets. Change is natural, good, and yes, it can hurt. So yes, this person has been undergoing some changes for sure. Okay, and it hurts them. It hurts them because they're realizing that it was them. All right, sorry about that, pal, too. All right, so yes, it hurts this person because they're realizing that they were the cause of all the drama. Hold on a sec. Okay, sorry about that. They realized that they were the cause for all the drama in the connection, okay? It was all they're doing. They chased away a perfectly good woman because they were just too concerned about trying to lord it over her, okay? Trying to be the boss over her, trying to bully her, rather than just accepting who she was, rather than loving her for her strength, you know, and causing her strength to complement his. he was threatened by your strength and by your intelligence and by your independence, etc. He allowed those traits of yours to blind him towards your other traits. He for instance, like I said, you did do things for him. You did, cook for him, perhaps cleaned for him. Like, you did do things for him that most men would expect from a woman, but he just didn't pay attention to it because he was just too focused on, oh, she's too strong, I need to make her more submissive, I need to humble her. Like, he was just too concerned about that, and that's why it hurts him. Okay, all right, so please clarify this wolf moon card for us. What does this wolf moon card represent for pile 2 when it comes to who's still thinking of them after so many years? What does this wolf moon card represent in this reading for pile 2? Eight of Pentacles in the reverse. So yes, this person realizes that they do have to work on themselves. They have a lot of work to do on themselves. And yes, they do have to humble themselves, for sure. Yeah, because they realize, this person probably... remember when I said this person was influenced by toxic masculinity? This person, whoever told them about that toxic masculinity probably told them, oh, you got to be like a wolf. You got to be like the leader of the pack. And I feel maybe this person actually looked up the characteristics of a wolf, of the leader of the pack, and they realized that, hey, this wolf doesn't bully, the other wolves. He takes leadership, yes, but true leadership is not about bullying. True leadership is about having patience. It's about guiding. It's about protecting. It's about providing for. It's about sacrificing. It's about having people's backs, etc. So this person realizes that they had it all wrong and they need to humble themselves. Not that they needed to humble you. That's what they thought before. They're like, no, I need to humble myself. What makes me think that I have any authority over a woman just because I'm a man? Okay, so they realize that they have a lot of work to do on themselves, for sure. King of Pentacles in the reverse. So again, I'm thinking that this person, because the King of Pentacles upright can be seen as a very prideful man, kind of like a show-off, somebody who brags, oh, these are all my riches, look what I have, look what I've accomplished. And that's what he wanted to do with you. He wanted to bring you around his friends and show, kind of like, let's say you have a puppy or something like that, and you taught your puppy all these new tricks. He wanted to kind of like bring you around his friends and like kind of like treat you like a puppy dog. Hey, do this, do that. Oh, look what my wife can do. Look what my girlfriend can do. And he realizes, yeah, like he's not this King of Pentacles anymore that's showing off and having all this fake bravado. He's realizing that he needs to humble himself. He was more concerned about how things looked on the outside. How he was more concerned about how he looked towards his friends, his family, etc. That was what he was concerned about. And now he's realizing that, it's not about how things look. I want my wife to really love me. I want my wife to really respect me. And the same with my children. I don't want them to fear me. I don't want to bully them. Do you know what I mean? So yeah, this person really had a wake-up call. Okay? All right, so Spirit, please show us with this Kipper deck. All right, we've got occupation. So again, yes, this person is definitely working on themselves. Okay, this person, they may be self-employed. This person may be self-employed, or they do some form of trade. This person could work in like maybe construction. I feel like this person works with their hands, and they work with machinery. Could be heavy machinery. Okay, they could be like a tradesman, which oftentimes tradesmen are kind of self-employed as well. Okay, so they could be a tradesman, or they could like be self-employed. But yeah, this person is just kind of, you know, they're working on themselves, definitely. But also in courthouse. All right, please give us more information. Who's still thinking of Pal 2 after so many years? Please show us with this deck. Marriage, yep. That's what I was thinking about when I saw courthouse. It's like they're getting themselves prepared to be marriage material. Okay, it's like they're going down maybe to the courthouse themselves and figuring out, okay, what do I need to get married? Like, what do I need? Do I need this? Do I need, like, it's almost like they're trying to find information, maybe even legal advice. Okay, because this person is definitely thinking about marriage. Another thing I'm thinking for you, Pal 2, which could be a possibility, it could be a possibility that you were married to this person before and then you got divorced, and now they're wondering, like, okay, I want to get remarried. They could be like trying to get remarried, and they want to know, like, okay, what do I need to do to get remarried? What papers do I need? Do I need to show this? Do I need to show that? They could be getting like some kind of legal advice about that. Okay, so just take it how it resonates, Pal 2. If you've been married to this person before and you guys got a divorce, they're definitely thinking about a remarriage. They definitely want to get remarried. Or if you guys have never been married before, they're definitely thinking about marriage, and they're trying to figure out, they're trying to find out, like, what do you need in order to get married? They're probably seeking legal advice. Okay, what do I need? Do I need this? Do I need that? You know? Look, judication, exactly. Judication. So yeah, maybe you guys have been married before. Maybe you guys have been married before. Okay, and you guys separated and you got it split up, and now this person wants to know, okay, what do I need to do to get this marriage back? Okay, we got message of concern. Okay, so yeah, like they're trying to find out things. Okay, I feel like this message of concern here is about divorce paper. So what I'm starting to sense here, Pal 2, for some of you guys watching, it's like you were married to this person before. Okay, and then I feel like maybe you left this person, and I feel like you filed for divorce. And so this message of concern is them receiving the divorce paper, and they're like, no, no, no. They don't want this divorce. They don't want it. They want to stay married. And I feel like they want to get remarried. So they're working on themselves. They're definitely working on themselves, for sure. They don't want to get a divorce. Okay? So let's get some clarification. Okay, please clarify this occupation card for us. Knight of Swords, exactly. Knight of Swords. This person's determined and motivated. Like they're trying to get something done quickly. They're trying to get something done quickly. They're trying to rush very, very quickly. They're determined. They're motivated. There's something that they're trying to get done quickly. Okay? I'm not sure what it is. King of Pentacles in the reverse. And then Page of Swords. Please give us more clarification for this occupation card. What does this occupation card represent in this reading for Pal 2 when it comes to who's still thinking of them after so many years? What does this occupation card represent here? Please give us more clarification. I just feel like this person does not want to lose you. They don't want to lose you. Okay, so they want to communicate with you. They want to talk to you. They want to let you know how humble they've become. Like they're not the same man that they used to be. They don't think the same way that they used to be. Okay? They don't want to lose you, for sure. They don't. Okay, we've got the Moon. And we've got 10 of Wands. Yeah. 10 of Wands. Okay, so 10 of Wands represent huge burdens. It's a very stressful time. It's a time where you're kind of scrambling to do so many things all at once. Like you have a lot of deadlines to meet, a lot of chores to get done, or tasks, I should say, to get done. and you only have a limited amount of time to do it. So it's really hard. So yes, this person is scrambling to do things. There's a lot of things that this person needs to do. I'm thinking that it's paperwork. I'm thinking that it's some kind of paperwork that they have to get in. Like, for instance, maybe you, okay, for pile 2, please take it how it resonates, okay? But one scenario could be that I feel like you filed for divorce from this person. This person received the divorce, and now they have like a limited amount of time to get certain paperwork done. Okay, because I think that you can contest divorces. I think that you can contest it. So maybe this is what this person's trying to do. They're trying to get all their paperwork done, scramble to get all the paperwork done so that they can contest this divorce, because I feel that they don't want to get a divorce. Okay, and then with the moon in the upright is that there's confusion here. This person is kind of lost. They don't know the whole procedure on how to do this stuff. This is like a first time for them, so that they don't really know. So they're scrambling around trying to get legal advice, information. You know, they're just very confused, and they're trying to follow their own intuition. Definitely trying to follow their own intuition, okay? And again, this is confirmation that this person could be a Cancer. They could be under the sign of Cancer, because moon is associated with Cancer. To me, it is. Right? It's actually associated with all of the water signs, but to me, I think it greatly more associates with Cancer. I feel that this person's a Cancer, but they could also be a Scorpio. I'm also getting a sense of Scorpio as well. Not so much Pisces. I'm not sure why, but you know, take it how it resonates. But yeah, this person is scrambling to get a lot of things done because they don't want to lose you. Okay? They do not want to lose you at all. So yeah, they're scrambling to get things done, and they're trying to follow their intuition. They're trying to gain as much knowledge as they can because they're confused. This is new to them, okay? Yep, the Chariot. Didn't I say Cancer? The Chariot. Yeah, so this person is a Cancer, okay? Or they have strong Cancer in their birth chart or strong Cancer energy, and they're trying to follow their heart. They're trying to follow their heart, their intuition. They're trying to get things done. They're determined and motivated to keep you, okay? And they're trying to move fast, okay? Please clarify this marriage card for us. Oh my God, I don't like it when it comes out like that. We've got King of Swords, Two of Swords, and Ace of Wands. I don't want to take those. I'm so sorry. I don't like the way that they came out. All right, so please clarify this marriage card for us. When it comes to who's still thinking of pile 2 after so many years, what does this marriage card represent in this reading for our pile 2 viewers? What does this marriage card represent in this reading when it comes to who's still thinking of pile 2 after so many years? I knew my cards were going to do this. They're like, okay, you don't want to take those? Well, I'm not going to give you. All right, so we've got Knight of Pentacles. This is someone who's determined, someone who's reliable. This person, basically, like, they don't want to lose you, okay? They don't want to lose you. They're going to stick it out. They don't care how long it takes. They don't care how long it takes. They're going to stick it out. They're going to keep you. This person is determined to keep you. And yes, they're going to fight for the connection. They're going to fight for this connection. They don't want to get divorced, okay? If you're filing for divorce, pile 2, or if you have filed for divorce from this person, they don't want it. They're trying to fight. They're fighting back. They're going to contest the divorce. And they don't care how long it takes. They're not letting go. With this Knight of Pentacles, they're not letting go. They don't plan on letting go at all. They don't care how long it takes, but they're fighting for this connection, okay? They're like, no way, no. I'm going to contest this divorce, okay? And then we have Seven of Pentacles. Yeah, because they realize that you are a good woman. You know, I think the Bible says, he who finds a wife finds a good thing, right? They realize that you were the good thing. They realize that, you know, they can break the generational curse with you. You see the tree in the background and how, you know, how fruitful it is, okay? Yeah, they realize that they don't want to lose you, okay? You're too valuable to them, okay? They feel like you are a good fruit bearing tree, okay? And they feel like there's nothing but wealth to harvest from in the future with you. They feel that like being with you is like good karma for them, okay? They feel like being with you is going to finally break that generational curse, okay? Yeah, because you're the Queen of Cups and they love you. And they were not focusing on your soft sides. When they were with you, they did not focus on your soft side. You have many sides to your personality, okay? Because we see the lightning in the background. So you do have like a harsh side to your personality, but for the most part, you are very loving, caring, nurturing, understanding. You listen. But this person was only focused on that strong side of you. They just couldn't get over that. And now they're alone. Now they're alone and they have to think about what they've done. And, you know, them thinking about what they've done, it's healing for them. It's making them a better person. It's making them more mature. They realize what they lost in you. Yeah. And now they're struggling to keep you. Okay? Let's get into the final oracle deck for you, pile 2. And before I forget, hold on. I'm just going to get the timing deck. Hold on. All right, I got it here. That's so I won't forget. All right, so Spirit, with these cards, please show us who's still thinking of pile 2 after all these years. Who is still thinking of pile 2 after all these years? Please show us with these cards, Spirit. Who is still thinking of pile 2 after so many years? All right, so we have protest, start a revolution. So again, this person is willing to protest. They're willing to fight for you. This person does not want to lose you. This person sees you as their person. This person sees you as their soulmate. You're their destiny, and they will be damned if they just let you walk out of their life, okay? So yes, this person is willing to fight for you because they don't want it to end, okay? It says wings. You never needed those wings to fly. So yes, this person realizes that you can be successful on your own, okay? This person wanted you to be dependent on them when they were in the connection with you. And they thought that you would never leave, but then you ended up leaving, okay? And now this person wants you back. They want you back, okay? For sure. Escapist, come home to yourself. So yes, this person definitely wants to come home. They want to come home. They want to reunite. They want a reconciliation. Okay? They don't want you to just up and leave because what, you can? No. They want to work on the marriage. They want to work on the connection. They want to come home. They're saying that they learned, okay? They're saying that they learned a lot. They've done research and they've learned a lot. Even spiritual research, as I said here, with the divination. They've done some spiritual soul searching, and they've also done some book learning as well. They've learned a lot, okay? And they realize like there's no way that they're gonna walk away from this connection. They want to work on the marriage, okay? It says raindrops, take a chance on them. So this person, they've been crying a lot since you left them. They've been crying a lot. That's what the raindrops represent. And this person feels lost without you, okay? Like I said, I believe, Pal, too, that when you guys were together, I believe that you really did take care of this person. You did. You took care of the home that you guys lived in together. You made the home a home, as a woman should. You made the house a home. And this person, they didn't appreciate that back then. It wasn't enough for them. They just wanted, they did not want you to be strong. They wanted to wipe out every ounce of strength you had in your personality. They couldn't see past that. Because somebody put it in their head. I'm telling you, somebody put it in their head. Somebody saw that. Maybe one of their friends, maybe one of their relatives. Somebody saw the strength in you. Maybe you said something, I don't know, but somebody saw it and they said, you know what? That's a red flag. You need to get away from that, or you need to, stop that from happening or whatever. And that became all that they could focus on. But they realize now that they need you. This person realizes that they need you, and life without them is really hard. Okay, like I said, I feel like they're like kind of like couch surfing, perhaps staying with other people, but it's not the same. It's not the same without you. And then princess, you can be your own knight. So yes, they're seeing your strength now. Okay, this is you. This is how they see you. They see your strength, and you know what? Instead of them being intimidated by it now, they admire it. They admire it. They're like, oh, look at my femme fatale. That's my woman there. She can fight for herself. She can defend herself. Why was I so intimidated by that? Why was I so ashamed of that or afraid of that? It's because somebody put a battery in their back. Somebody implanted those toxic ideas into their head, and it wasn't theirs. That's not their true nature. Okay? But now they see you for who you truly are. You are a princess who can be your own knight. You don't need to depend on a man. This person wanted you to depend on them. They wanted you to figuratively crawl on all fours for them, like a dog, like a pet. They wanted you to just obey their every command. They didn't look at you as an individual. They didn't appreciate your mind. Okay? You're a very intelligent woman, and I feel very strongly that they were just very intimidated by you. This person never used to listen to you when you talked. Whenever you gave them advice, whenever you shared your expertise, they did not listen. And I feel like you're a very intelligent woman. I feel like you could be an air sign, which is Aquarius, Libra, or Gemini. So I feel like you're a very intelligent woman. You could be like a lawyer, okay? But like whenever you would talk about something that you were well knowledgeable about, this person used to tune out and they used to roll their eyes. Oh, here she goes again. Like, you know what I mean? Instead of appreciating their woman's, I shouldn't say their woman, but you know what I mean? Instead of appreciating your intelligence, they thought that you were competing with them. For some reason, they thought that you were competing with them. And now they've learned to appreciate who you are. Okay? At the bottom of the deck, we have dragons. Slay them all. So yes, this person wants to come back home. And they're willing to fight. They're willing to fight for this connection. They're not giving up without a fight. They're not just going to let you walk out of their life. They know they hurt you. And yes, they hurt themselves too. They hurt themselves. Okay? But they don't care. They're coming back, limping and all. They're like, nah. This is my castle. This is my relationship, my marriage, and I'm going to fight. I'm not going to let somebody else come over and take it over. Okay? So yes, this person's determined to keep you. And Tower, unplug and relax for a spell. Okay? So a Tower represents, this person sees things from a different perspective now. You see how she's upside down? This person sees things from a different perspective now. They've learned a lot. Tower could also represent a sudden epiphany. So this person definitely did have a sudden epiphany, and they realized that they needed to relax. They needed to relax and unplug. Didn't I say this person had a battery in their back? They needed to unplug that battery and relax. Okay? And realize that a woman is not someone's possession. She's not someone's possession to control. She's not something that someone should be bossing over. This person needed to relax, and that's what they did. And now they see things from a different perspective. We also have these ones. Sword, make the change. Exactly. So this person has definitely made changes. They've taken a good look in the mirror, look at themselves, look what they need to change, and they've made that change within themselves because they realize that it's not about changing the other person. It's about changing yourself and how you respond to the other person. Okay, so yeah, they realized that there's a lot of things that they needed to change about themselves in order to change the connection. They're going to fight for the connection, and they do see things from a different perspective. Okay, so I don't think that I need to clarify those cards, pile 2. We're going to get into the timing deck because I just want to see how long has it been since you've seen or spoken to this person. All right. So Spirit, when it comes to who's still thinking of pile 2 after so many years, please show us with these cards, how long has it been since pile 2 has interacted with this, or how long has it been since pile 2 has been in a relationship with this person? How long has it been? How long has it been? Thank you, Spirit. It says up in the air. So it's hard to say, basically. It's hard to put a time limit on it. Okay, it's complicated when it comes to that, meaning that like they don't know when to count. Do I count on the day that she left me, or do I count on the day that she sent the divorce papers, or do I count before that? Because it seemed our connection was over even before that. So yeah, it's kind of up in the air. Okay? But dragonfly, it's funny, dragonfly represents working things out. Okay? Dragonflies represent reconciliation and working things out, and it definitely represents a new start. Okay? And then it says in June. Okay? So in June. So we're in July now. Okay? It could have been last June. But I do think that in June, I feel like in June, maybe this person contacted you in June, or tried to contact you in June last month. Okay? I think that this person tried to contact you last month. But yeah, they do want to work things out. This person definitely wants to work things out. They don't want to let you go. They don't plan on letting you go because they now realize that you're the one for them, and they now realize that they were the problem. They were the problem, and they needed to change themselves, not try to change you. It says not likely in the reverse. In the reverse. A long time. Yeah, so it's been a long time. So I think that in June, I do think that maybe this person tried to contact you in June. And maybe you weren't having it back then. And then it says a long time. All right. We're not going to go too much with that. But yeah. So when it comes to who's still thinking of you after so many years, pile 2, I hope this reading made it clear for you who that person is. It's someone that you were in a relationship with in the past. And this person had their mind influenced by toxic masculinity. So this person tried to control you. They tried to lord it over you. Okay? They tried to boss you around. They wanted you to be more submissive to them. Not that you weren't submissive at all. They just wanted you to be more submissive, less strong, less intelligent. They just, I don't know, like they thought that you were trying to overshadow them. Okay? But they now realize that they were looking at things the wrong way. That's not the way you're supposed to look at the woman that you're dating. You're not supposed to look at her intelligence and be like, oh, she talks too much. Oh, she's trying to make me look stupid. Do you know what I mean? They realize that it's the way that they were looking at things. They realized that they had a battery in their back. They also realize like they probably did some divination, or someone did it for them, but they did realize now that they don't want to repeat the same pattern, the same generational pattern in their family. They don't want to die alone. They don't want to die single. They don't want to be miserable. They want to be with you. They realize that they want to be with you. They realize that you're their person, and they do plan on coming back. They want to fight for this connection. They don't want a divorce. If you guys were married to this person, they don't want a divorce. Okay? They don't want a divorce at all. All right? And, you know, bringing it back to this, yeah, this person didn't realize what they had when they had you. You were a gift to this person, and they didn't know what you were. They didn't realize what they had. And so what they do, they toss you to the side. They treated you like, you know, like you weren't, like you didn't matter. Like there could be $1,000 or $1 million in this box, and this person could shake it, and they could be like, this doesn't sound like anything, and they just toss it out, right? Yeah, so this person didn't know what they had in you, but you were like a gift to their life. And I do feel that this person wants to surprise you, okay? When they come back, they might come bearing gifts, okay? So just look out for that, all right? And just realize that this person, they definitely have changed, because that wasn't their true nature when they were being that, when they were having that fake bravado, and when they were in that toxic masculinity energy. That was not their real energy. That was them being influenced by other people, okay? And now that they've released themselves from that influence, they're now willing to come back, and they're now willing to be themselves, which is their true water sign nature, and be loving and caring and nurturing, okay? All right, so that's where I'm going to leave the reading for you, Pal 2. I hope you enjoyed this reading. If you did, please, please, please don't forget to give the video a like. I need more likes on my channel, Pal 2. So if you did enjoy this reading, please give the video a like. And if you haven't subscribed to my channel as yet, please consider doing so. And when you do subscribe, please hit the bell notification and select all, so that you'll be notified each time I post a new reading. That way you won't miss another one of my readings, okay? I would love to see you back here to join me for more of my readings, Pal 2. In the meantime, have yourselves a very blessed and beautiful day, and namaste. All right, so we're down to our third and final pile. Thank you so much for joining me, Pile 3. You have chosen the Crescent Moon Story Cube. And so this will be your reading to find out who's still thinking of you after so many years. Okay, perfect. All right, so we're just going to get into it. I'm just going to get into your first oracle deck, Pile 3. All right, so Spirit, please show us with this deck, who is still thinking of Pile 3 after all these years? Who is still thinking of Pile 3? Sorry. Who's still thinking of Pile 3 after so many years? Okay, those ones came out. All right, so we have transparency. It says honest, authentic, genuine, and present. Okay, so you notice how it landed. It seemed like it wanted to flip in the reverse, but it just landed that way. So I feel that this is someone who lacked transparency in their connection with you. In other words, they weren't 100% honest. Okay, they weren't 100% authentic with you, and they weren't 100% present with you, okay? It says water flight. Heaviness lifts. Burdens are cast away and weightlessness. Okay, so there was something that was holding this person back, or they felt a certain amount of heaviness, something that was holding them back or holding them down from being 100% transparent. The first thing that comes to my mind is trauma. I feel like maybe this person had, you know, childhood trauma, and that's how it affected them. It affected them by, like, it's like this person was wearing masks, okay? And this person was wearing a mask when you knew them. They were wearing a mask in their connection with you, and it kept them from yeah, their trauma, something about their trauma was holding them down, okay? Something that they were afraid of or ashamed of, or maybe both, okay? I'm going to keep these in the reverse because I do feel like they wanted to come out in the reverse. Bottom of the deck, it says endurance, keep going, okay? So this person regrets. I feel like this person kind of fled from you. They were afraid. I believe that this person was afraid of intimacy. Okay, and they regret that they fled the connection and that they didn't keep going. Yeah, it says time out. Awareness, contemplation, solitude, time alone. So yeah, they needed time to be alone, to figure out what was going on with them, to heal themselves, etc. Yeah, so they fled from the connection. They were afraid of intimacy, this person here, okay? This person was afraid to get too close to you because some kind of trauma or something from, you know, from the past before they met you. Something was holding them back, holding them down from getting intimate, not just with you, but I believe with anyone, but especially you, okay? Especially you. All right, so I'm just going to shuffle before I do some clarification. All right. All right, so Spirit, please clarify this transparency card. When it comes to who's still thinking of Pile 3 after all these years, what does this transparency card represent? Okay, so 6 of Cups. This is definitely someone from your past, of course. Someone from your past, and this person has fond memories of you. I feel like this person is still watching you to this day. I mean, look at this sneaky little cat down here, okay? This person is still watching you to this day, and they miss you, okay? This is someone from your past. Could be an old friend, or it could be a past love. Okay, Knight of Swords. Okay, it's a young man, and he could be an air sign, which is Aquarius, Libra, or Gemini. Okay, someone who's very intelligent. Okay, and I'm just getting a sense that this person thought they were right about something. They thought they were right. I'm getting a sense that this person was very stubborn. This person's stubborn, like you couldn't tell, like if their mind was made up on something, you can't convince them otherwise. So they were very stubborn on something, and they thought they were right about something. But I mean, take a look at how guarded this knight is. Even the horse has all this armor. He has a shield, and he has all this armor on. So yeah, this is definitely a person who is afraid of being hurt in relationships. Okay, this person was afraid of being hurt. Okay, so I feel like this person put on like a front. They put on like a front to protect themselves. You know, it was like a defense mechanism for them. 8 of Cups. Yes, this is someone who walked away from you, even though they cared about you. They still do care about you. You know, and hence that's why they're looking back, right? They're looking back, and, you know, they have favorable memories of you, okay? But yeah, they This is someone who walked away from you, even though they cared about you and they had strong feelings for you, okay? King of Wands in the reverse. I'm getting a sense that this person was very indecisive, okay? Very much indecisive, okay? Oops. We got 8 of Pentacles in the reverse. Yeah, this person's working on changing, okay? Working on changing themselves, okay? All right. Please give us some clarification for the water flight card in the reverse. What does this water flight card represent in this reading for our pile 3 viewers when it comes to who's still thinking of them after so many years? What does this water flight card represent? It says heaviness lifts, burdens cast away, and weightlessness, but it's in the reverse. So what does this card represent for our pile 3 viewers? Please show us, Spirit. What does this reading represent? Okay, thank you so much, Spirit. Okay, so we've got 3 of Pentacles, okay? So, 3 of Pentacles is for collaborating, working together, working with someone, collaborating, cooperating, building together, okay? So, I mean, this could have been a coworker, okay? This could have been a coworker, but I'm getting stronger feelings than that. Stronger feelings than just a coworker. This is someone that you were building something with. You were working with this person, okay? We've got the Hermit. Now they're all alone. Now this person is all alone. But yeah, you were building with this person, building a bond, building a connection. I'm getting a sense that you were trying to work with them. You were trying to teach them something. But remember in the other card here, this one here, the Knight of Swords, this person could be stubborn and very resistant. Okay, so I'm just getting a sense that maybe you tried to teach this person something. Okay, you were trying to work with them and show them something, but they were just very resistant. They didn't want to learn from you or from anyone maybe. And they had their guard up, they were uncooperative, and now they're on their own. Now they're on their own, having to learn lessons. And 2 of Pentacles. So now whatever you were trying to teach them here with the 3, they're now struggling to learn it on their own, basically. They're now struggling to learn it on their own. So I'm not sure what it is that you were trying to teach this person or show them. I'm just getting a sense of that. Like you were trying to build this person up. Okay? Some way, somehow, you were trying to build this person up. But they resisted. And now it's like they have to start from scratch to learn for themselves. Maybe it had something to do with finances. Okay? Maybe it had something to do with finances. Alright? But yeah, they just were resistant. And now it's like they've been... it's almost like when you were teaching them, it's like they were almost there, going up the stairs. But then when you left them, they tumbled all the way down. And they had to like start again from scratch and learn on their own. Okay, because with the 2 of Pentacles, we see here, they went from 3 down to 2. And with the 2, it's a struggle, believe me. 2 of Pentacles, it's usually a struggle. Okay. Oh, this card was poking out here. We've got 5 of Wands. This person was fighting with you, competing with you, or maybe they had competition. Okay, maybe there was some form of competition here, and that's why this person couldn't listen to you or learn from you. We've got the Devil here at the bottom of the deck and Queen of Swords. So yeah, this person was hard-headed is what I'm getting. Yeah, but something held them down. Something pulled them back down. Okay, they were making progress when they were with you, and then something pulled them down. Could be that devil card there. For example, if this is someone that you had a romantic connection with, for instance, then you guys were almost there. You guys were almost there, like almost towards marriage. And then maybe maybe a third party got involved. Something or someone came along to tempt this person, and they fell into temptation, and that could be it. Now they're sitting there, the hermit, learning their lesson. Okay, it could be that. But yeah, it's like this person was fighting with you. They were resisting. They were being non-cooperative, Okay, let's get into the other oracle deck. Alright, so Spirit, with this deck, please show us who's still thinking of pile 3 after so many years. Who is still thinking of pile 3 after so many years? Who is this person? Please show us clearly with these cards. We have calling. We have calling. And quite coincidentally, it says calling, but they're in an empty wooded area, okay, during the winter. So this person, I'm feeling that this person is all alone right now, and they're feeling lonely and abandoned, okay? This person, they now see the light, for sure. This person now sees the light. And they realize that they should have accepted your help. They see you as like you were called to them. You were like a godsend to their life. I just feel like you tried to help this person. I'm not sure with what. Maybe you tried to make this person's life better. Maybe you tried to give them some form of financial advice. Maybe they were, in fact, a co-worker of yours. I'm not sure. Okay, maybe I should have clarified with that. But, yeah, this person is alone now, and they're realizing that they should have accepted your help. They fought with you. They rejected your teachings, your guidance, whatever it was you were trying to show them. They rejected it, but now they see clearly now. Now that they're alone, okay, the help that you were giving to them, it's like no one else was willing to help this person. Okay? This could have even been someone that you were dating, and you realize that this person had some issues, like maybe some mental health issues maybe, and you actually genuinely tried to help this person, and they just rejected your assistance. But now they see differently. They're all alone, and they see the light. Okay? And silence, okay? So yeah, another thing I'm getting from these two cards here, especially now that I'm seeing this one, is that this person is contemplating calling you. This person does want to talk to you. They want to reach out to you, but they're neglecting in doing so. They're not doing that. They're just choosing to stay out in the cold. Okay? Could be because of pride. Okay, it says silence. So again, they're keeping their silence. They do want to reach out to you, but they feel like they would be a bother to you. You see all these ghosts in the trees? They're thinking that they're a ghost to you. So they're thinking that if they call you, if they contact you after all these years, it's going to be a bother to you. It's like, kind of like being haunted by a ghost. Most people don't like to be haunted by ghosts. They see it as a bother. They become scared. They're like, what do you want? Get out of here. You know what I mean? So they think that that's the reaction that they will get from you if they contact you for out of the blue after so many years. Okay? What's that saying? I'm hearing a saying, let sleeping dogs lie. Is that how it goes? But yeah, that's what they're thinking in their head. They're like, oh, I don't want to be a bother to pal 3. It's been so long, you know, for me to just call them out of the blue. You know, I really want to speak to them. I would really love to speak to them and tell them how much I appreciated what they tried to do for me, you know. But yeah, they don't want to be a bother to you, even though they see the light. They definitely see the light, but they feel like it's better to be silent. They just don't want to be bothered to you. They're afraid of what your reaction might be. Okay, your reaction might be like, what the hell do you want? Why are you calling me after so long? Why are you bothering me? Like, it's been so long. That's weird. They're afraid of that. They're afraid of that might be your reaction. Okay, because if you look at the tree, I don't know if you guys can see the face on the tree. It looks angry. It looks angry that these ghosts are hanging around up there sleeping, right? So they're afraid that that's what your reaction might be. So they choose to be silent, even though they do want to talk to you. They do want to reach out to you. Chaos, exactly. Chaos. They're afraid that them contacting you after so long is going to wreak chaos. Okay, it's going to cause chaos. Because one thing I believe that they're afraid of is that you would talk to other people about it. Like, oh, you know, this person called me after so long, da 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 da. I don't know what he wanted, you know, something like that. And they just don't want to ruffle any feathers. They don't want to cause any chaos. So they would rather just kind of like, you know, stay in the background and kind of camouflage and not do anything, okay? Or not say anything, I should say. All right? So please clarify this calling card for us when it comes to who's still thinking of pal 3 after so many years. Please clarify what this calling card represents. What does this calling card mean in this reading for pal 3? All right, 6 of Wands, okay? 6 of Wands. So, this person, okay, with the 6 of Wands represents recognition, success, victory, okay, praise, etc. So this person has a high level of respect for you. This person has so much respect for you. You know, this person has you up on high, and they wanna reach out to you, and they want to let you know that. They want to let you know how much respect they have for you, how much praise. Like, this person wants to, like, they want to tell you what they wish they had told you back then. Instead of fighting with you and rejecting you, they feel like they should have, you know, accepted your help, and they would have been in this position right now, in a high position, receiving praise and recognition from others. But instead they walked away. And they want to give you your flowers. They want to tell you that, hey, you know what, back then I see what you were trying to do for me, and I truly appreciate it. I really respect you for that, okay? No other person has ever tried to help me that way, and I just want to let you know that I appreciate your help. Okay, so yeah, this person, the reason why they want to call you is because they want to give you your praise, okay? 4 of Swords, but again, they're resting, okay? They're resting. They're thinking of doing it like any minute now, but they're resting because this person may still be in the process of healing, okay? Please give us more clarification for this calling card for pal 3 when it comes to who's still thinking of them after so many years. What does this calling card represent for pal 3? All right, Eight of Pentacles in the reverse. So yes, another reason why this person isn't calling you right now is because they're still working on themselves. They're still in the process of healing. Okay, they're still working on themselves for sure. All right, bottom of the deck, Six of Pentacles. But yes, they do want to, like, they feel like they want to pay you back because they feel like you did so much for them and they did very little to you. For you, I mean. And so there was not a lot of reciprocation. You know, there wasn't equal give and take. Now they want to give you your flowers. And then Five of Wands. Yeah, back then they were fighting with you. Back then they were resisting. Back then you could say that they were competing with you for whatever reason. Okay? Please clarify this Silence card for us. What does this Silence card represent in this reading when it comes to who's still thinking of pile 3 after all these years? Who's still thinking of pile 3 after all these years? What does this Silence card represent in this reading for our pile 3 viewers? Please show us with these cards. What does this Silence card represent? What does it mean? Why is it here? What does it mean for pile 3 in this reading? Thank you so much. Page of Swords in the reverse. Yes, they're afraid. This person is afraid that, like, you'd be upset with them. Okay? This person is afraid that perhaps you haven't gotten over how things ended between you guys. Okay? So they're afraid of you, you know, being combative. Okay? Yeah, Eight of Swords, but they're trying to release that fear. They're trying to release that fear, okay? The fear of, you know, they're working on it. They're still afraid. They're afraid that if they contact you, that you will, you know, give them attitude and be like, you know, what the hell are you doing calling me after all these years? You think I want to hear from you? Da, 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 da. You know what I mean? Look, the Wheel of Fortune in the reverse. Yeah, bad karma. Bad karma. So they're afraid that you just would not respond well to their call, to their, you know, to them reaching out to you. They're afraid that they wouldn't, that you wouldn't respond well because you may look at them as someone, like you may look at them as like a karmic, someone who has like bad karma, like someone that you don't want to associate with, you know, maybe an energy vampire. But yeah, they're afraid of that. They're afraid of your reaction on what it may be. Okay, but with the Wheel of Fortune coming out in the reverse, they kind of want to make things right with you because they don't like how things ended. They want to make things right. Yes, they feel like they owe you a karmic debt. They have to make things right because this person is a karmic and you were a karmic to them. You taught them a very valuable lesson that they're learning. This person feels like they owe you. Okay? Yeah. This person broke your heart. This person broke your heart. They played games with your heart. Yeah. And you moved on. The Moon. Yeah, they play. Yeah. Okay. So this person, yeah, and they're paying for it now. Yeah, financial problems. They're going through financial problems right now, and that's their karma. That's their karma for playing with you because they messed with someone. They messed with, you know, with someone like this Ace of Pentacles here. You were sent to them by God. Remember what I said about this calling card? Definitely they realize now that you were sent to them by God to help them learn something, to help them change their life. Okay, and you were trying to show them, teach them, you know, and they just were not, they were hard-headed, they were immature, they thought that they were right, you were wrong, you know, they're like, who's pile 3 for me to listen to them? They're not better than me, you know, very cocky. And so now this person's going through karma, for sure. After leaving you, they're going through karma because they broke your heart. I feel like this person cheated on you. Okay? But they kept you in confusion. Definitely kept you in confusion. And this person also did not listen to their intuition. Knowing that you were sent from God, they did not listen to their intuition. Okay? Now their karma is that they're in financial... They're struggling financially. And they're also alone. Okay? Relationship-wise, they're alone. They can't seem to find a partner. They can't seem to find a partner. It's like, yeah, this person feels like they're cursed. Like they just can't seem to move on. They can't seem to find a partner. Have you ever been in that situation where it's like, you know that there's nothing wrong with you, and there may not necessarily be wrong with the other person either, but yet, I don't know, something never seems to work out, okay? And yeah, this person is experiencing that, and it's because they messed up their karma when they messed up their relationship with you. When they broke your heart, they did. Okay, they caused you to walk away and move on. Or perhaps they moved on from you thinking that they were going into a better situation, but they landed in some form of something confusing. Okay, but yeah, now they are struggling. Okay, they're struggling to find their power, and they want a new, they're trying to manifest a new beginning with you. They're hoping for a new beginning with you, for sure. So I'm thinking that this was like a past love. Okay, this is a past love who you were sent to this person. Okay, you guys are each other's karmics. Okay, you were sent to this person to teach them. I feel like the lesson that you were meant to teach this person is stop being a player. Okay, learn to be faithful. Remember the devil card came up? The devil has to do with vices. It has to do with temptation, lust, obsession, just vices. So I feel this person was just a player. I just feel like this person was a player. And when the player falls in love, the player fell in love, and the love that they have for this person is supposed to force them to change. But this person resisted. They didn't follow their heart. They did not allow the love to change them. Okay, so when I say they didn't follow their heart, they didn't follow their intuition, that's it. They didn't. Okay, they didn't listen to their heart. They didn't allow that love that they had for you and vice versa to change them. Okay, and so they decided to be a player. They continued in their player ways. They continued to be stubborn. Why did they continue in their player ways? Because of the trauma, the childhood trauma, the way that they were raised or something that caused them to be afraid of love. Okay, they were afraid of like just settling down and being a one-woman man. I guess they thought, oh, that's for chumps. That's not for me. Okay, or that's for simps. That's not for me. When actuality, now they realize that, you know what, that would have made me a better person. They're realizing that now. Like if they had just settled down with you, they would have been in a better position rather than this position that they're in right now, which is, they're just lonely. They're alone. They're struggling financially. And not only that, but in the relationship sector, they can't seem to find anyone. I mean, back when they were with you, they had many options available. Like they never had a problem finding, people when they were with you. But now they can't find anyone. So they know that it's like their karma's messed up. They know it. Okay? Because why? Because they broke the wrong person's heart. They broke the heart of their divine counter. What's the phrase? Counterpart. Yes. They broke the heart of their divine counterpart. Someone who was sent to them by God. Could be soulmate or twin flame. And they played around and mess with that person's heart. And so they must be punished for that. And they realize that that's what's going on with them. And they're in great regret and remorse. Okay? Thank you, Spirit. All right, so let's get into your other deck, pile 3. One more. All right. All right, so Spirit, please show us. Give us more clues from this deck. Who's still thinking of pile 3 after so many years? Who is still thinking of our pile 3 viewers after so many years? This person has so much regret. So much regret. They're like, they can't believe they did that to you. They're feeling like, you know, I don't know if you can imagine, but imagine the thought of like hurting an innocent child for no reason. That's what they feel like. They like hurting you to them. That's what they feel like. It's like hurting an innocent child for no reason. They feel so bad, you know, and they want to make it up to you. So please show us, Spirit, who's still thinking of pile 3 after so many years? Who is still thinking of pile 3 after all these years? Another thing I'm getting from this deck, pile 3, and please take it how it resonates, because some of these specific details will not apply to everyone watching, okay? But if it resonates, that's great. If it doesn't, just skip it, okay? But I'm thinking that I'm just getting that maybe this person encouraged you to have an abortion, and they feel bad about that as well. They definitely do feel bad about that as well. Okay, because remember we saw the 3 of Pentacles. And then it went back down to 2. So yeah, you guys were making progress. You guys were like almost there. Okay, you guys probably were just on the verge of getting engaged or getting married. Okay, but this person just fled. This person may have also ghosted you. They may have just ghosted you. Like the way that they left as well was just slimy, okay? So please okay, thank you, Spirit. This one says, Miss Spiderweb, reconsider your alliances, make new connections, okay? So what I'm getting from this card is that maybe this person blames the people that they were around for their decisions. Maybe this person blames their friends or their family, because like I said, this person did suffer some form of trauma, okay, that caused them to have some kind of weird thinking where they were just afraid of love. They were afraid of committing, okay? And maybe they surrounded themselves with a bunch of people who felt the same way, and so their friends empowered them to be like, yo, you're thinking of marrying? Nah, man, nah. Like, you know, because oftentimes, let me tell you something, oftentimes, whether it be males or females, oftentimes friend groups, they're very competitive with each other, in the sense that if one of them gets engaged or gets married, at least one other person is going to get jealous, and they're going to try to sabotage that, because it's like at the end of the day, they don't want you to go across the finish line before they do. Another thing is that a lot of them are thinking, okay, I'm going to lose my friend. Okay, my friend's getting married, I'm going to lose my friend. So again, a lot of people, not all, but a lot of people, some of their friend groups keep them single. Some of their friend groups stop them from going to the next level with their partners. Some of their friend groups will actively, and maybe, what's the word I'm looking for? Okay, some of them will actively sabotage your connection. If they see you progressing in your relationship, progressing towards marriage or towards having a baby, you know, some friends are just low vibrational, and, you know, they're just afraid of losing their friend. They're just afraid that, oh, she's going to be married now, or he's going to be married now. His life is going to change. I'm going to lose my friend. I can't let that happen. So they sabotage any way that they can. Okay, they could do it purposely, or they could do it subconsciously. It could be subconsciously, or it could be purposely, whatever. But a lot of people's friends, whether they be male or females, but a lot of their friends keep them single. Okay? So I feel like that was the situation here with this person. Okay? Another thing I'm getting with this card here is that this person, they were friends with benefits with at least one person. Like at least one person in their friend group, they were friends with benefits with. Okay, I feel like maybe this person had a bunch of people hanging around as friends, people that they were sleeping with. And that's another reason why they, you know, couldn't commit. Because it's like, oh, I'm going to lose all this. I'm going to lose all this. I'm stuck here, you know? This is the life I've created for myself. All these women hanging around me that I have casual sex with. I can't lose all that and just go off and get married to one person. I can't go off and be a father when I have all this. So yeah, this person was definitely influenced by their friends. This one says the unending sadness of looking back, endless regret, obsessive grief, replaying the past, negative nostalgia. Didn't I say that? Didn't I say that this person was in so much grief, so much regret, so much remorse? They are. They are. Okay, this one says, Dragonling Garden, a new world is born. And this was in the reverse, exactly. I do have a sense that there was like maybe an abortion, like maybe you got pregnant by this person. You know, and I feel maybe at first you guys were happy and you guys were like planning for it and whatever, and then all of a sudden this person chickened out and they're like, no, I can't be a father right now. I want you to have an abortion, right? Because they're thinking of what shoulda, woulda, coulda been. Okay, it says Dragonling, which is a baby dragon. And it says a new world is born, but it's in the reverse, so it didn't end up being born. So I do think that this person, like you guys were almost there. You guys were making progress in your relationship. You guys were going from 2 to 3, which is that, you know, you were a couple about to give birth. And I feel that this person chickened out at the last minute. I wouldn't say at the last minute, but they chickened out after a while. And I do believe for some of you guys watching Pal 2, it doesn't have to be Pal 3. It doesn't have to be all of you guys that are watching Pal 3, but for some of you guys watching Pal 3, this person may have convinced you to have an abortion, and they're in deep regret about it, because they're pondering in what shoulda, woulda, coulda been. A twist in the tale, the unexpected, a change you did not see coming. Exactly. It's like this person just changed their mind. They were happy about it at first. The golden phoenix, something you thought finished, burst back into life. So yeah, they want it all back. They definitely do want it all back. Okay? Okay. Alright, so Spirit, please clarify this Miss Spiderweb card. When it comes to who's still thinking of Pal 3 after so many years, what does this Miss Spiderweb card represent in this reading? Sorry, says death. Okay, so this person wants a rebirth. And Seven of Pentacles. They wanna follow through with what they started because they know it's a good thing. They know it's basically, they see a bright future with you. Okay, Queen of Cups. Yes, this person loves you. This person loves you, and they should have followed their heart to be with you. Okay? Yeah. Death. And then Page of Swords in the reverse. Please give us more clarification for this Miss Spiderweb card. It says, reconsider your alliances, make new connections. What does this card represent in this reading for our Pile 3 viewers? Okay, Two of Swords. Yeah, they couldn't make up their mind. They were indecisive, okay? I feel like it was basically... Oh, sorry. I'm so sorry. So, look. The King of Cups came out. So, we got the King of Cups and we got the Queen of Cups, okay? So, this person definitely does realize now that you guys are divine counterparts. This person realized now that you had nothing but love for them. You were trying to help them. You know, they realize now that life with you coulda, shoulda, woulda been better. Instead of having them suffering now, struggling, you know. This person is healing now. They see you as their soulmate. Yep, Ten of Pentacles. This is what they could have had. This is what they foresee in their future with you. You see him looking forward and you see the Ten of Pentacles. Yeah, this is what they would have had. They know that now. But instead, they were stuck in conflict. Okay, they were stuck in conflict, for sure. Conflicted mind. They were just untrustworthy. They hurt you. This person hurt you. This person played the fool. This person lied to you a lot. You know, so they gave up this Ten of Pentacles. And what do they have now? Five of Pentacles. They're out in the cold. They're suffering financially. They're feeling lonely, abandoned, needy. Okay, when you were their soulmate, sent to help them, you were like an earth angel, sent to help this person, sent to save them from their treacherous ways. Okay, like you were this person's soulmate, their karmic soulmate. If they had just learned what they needed to learn from their love with you, but they didn't. This is what they had to look forward to if they did. This is what they had to look forward to. Wealth, abundance, you know, generational wealth, family. This is what they had to look forward to. But instead, they were stuck in this mindset of conflict, you know, of fighting, okay, of lying. Oftentimes for no reason, okay? So yeah, that's what this person's realizing now. Like, you could have helped them. You were an earth angel sent to help them. That was true love. And they just played you for a fool. Because why? Because their friends or their family or whatever around them were just toxic. And they listened to those people instead of listening to their own heart. Okay. All right, so Spirit, please show us what, look, marriage. Okay, marriage. I feel like you guys were on the verge of being married, for sure. This reminds me of that Three of Pentacles. It was like 2 turning into 3. Okay? 2 turning into 3. Like, you guys were on the verge of being married. But this person chickened out. They were scared. Look, main, female. Mm-hmm. All right, so who's still thinking of Pile 3 after so many years? Who's still thinking of Pile 3 after so many years? Please show us clearly with this deck, Spirit. Who is still thinking of our Pile 3 viewers after so many years? The Lovers. the Lovers. So this person still loves you, and they feel like they always will love you. This person feels like they always will love you, okay? It's never ending. This person realizes that you're their soulmate. They feel like they had a past life with you. And they didn't realize how pure this love was, and they didn't realize how much this love was meant to help them ascend. This love was meant to help them rise. This love was meant to help this person become a better person. Was sent to help them evolve. Okay? But instead they blocked it out and they turned it into a karmic connection. You see the devil there, the 15? 15 is the devil. Okay? They just turned it into something toxic because they weren't ready. Because this is someone who had trauma in their life that they hadn't healed from. Not knowing that if they had only opened up to this love and allowed this love to come in and work in their life, that would have healed them from the trauma. But yes, this person played the fool and they were toxic. And yeah, they just caused this connection to be toxic. And now they can't let go of you. Also, the reason why the connection was so toxic is that this person couldn't let go of their toxic ways. They just couldn't let go. Unexpected income and expectation. Okay? So this person needs your help, your support. Okay? I feel, with those two cards coming up, like, they just know that you were there to help them. You were there to help them. You were there to make their life better. Okay, with the unexpected income card, I see that as like the Ace of Pentacles. And the Ace of Pentacles is like a gift from God. Okay, so that's how they saw you. And with the expectations card, it's like they were waiting for you. The funny thing is, they were waiting for you. Perhaps this person even prayed for a person like you. And then God said, okay, I'm going to answer your prayer. Here you go. And what did this person do? They squandered it. They played the fool and squandered it. And now they're alone. Now they can't get you off of their mind. Okay? All right. So please clarify this marriage card for us when it comes to who's still thinking of pile 3 after so many years. What does this marriage card represent in this reading? All right. So 9 of Swords. So yeah, this person is stressing. Look at the crescent moon. Look at the crescent moon. So, yeah, this person is stressing. They're having sleepless nights. They're having PTSD, anxiety, because they're being haunted. Definitely they're being haunted. Yeah, they can't seem to get you off their mind. This person loves you. They realize what your love was. Okay, I'm getting a sense that this person thought that you were trying to trap them. Remember this card here with the Miss Spiderweb? This person thought that you were trying to trap them. But they realized that you were only there to try to set them free. Okay? Because they're a very afflicted person. Because like I said, this person had trauma. This person had trauma and a lot of issues that was holding them down, holding them back in life. And you were there to help them. And they rejected you. Look, 10 of Swords. Okay? They've hit rock bottom. They've hit rock bottom. Their life is not going well right now. No aspect of their life is going well, whether it be relationships, whether it be financial. They're just feeling so alone right now because this person betrayed you. They backstabbed you. They hurt you tremendously. Okay? But with the Knight of Swords, I feel like this person wants to come back and they want to make things right. Also, again, I'm just getting a sense, again, with this card, this person was stubborn. They were afraid to love. They were afraid to open up. They were afraid to love. They were afraid to be vulnerable in love. Okay? Six of Swords and Eight of Cups. Yep, this person walked away from you. They definitely did. They thought that they were going on to something better, because like I said, this person thought that you were trying to trap them for whatever reason, and that you were trying to change them. They thought that you were trying to change them, and they're like, I'm not a simp, you know. Ace of Pentacles in the reverse and the Emperor. Yes, you see, this person knows that you were trying to make them a better person. You were trying to make them a better man. You were trying to make them evolve. Okay? And also you could have made this person a father. Okay? But they squandered it. Ace of Pentacles in the reverse. They squandered that opportunity. Okay? Oops. We also have the Hanged Man. Okay, so they're being punished. They feel like they've been cursed. Okay? Ten of Pentacles, Knight of Pentacles. Yep. If they had just hung in there with you, they would have been in a much better position right now. Okay? Let's get into our final oracle deck for your pile 3. So Spirit, please show us with these cards, who's still thinking of pile 3 after so many years? Should I take these? I'm not going to take them, sorry. All right. Who is still thinking of pile 3 after so many years? Oopsie. This one says Throne. Your potential is endless. Exactly. So this person, I feel like you had a lot of faith and a lot of hope in this person. Okay. So what I'm getting, to paint a clearer picture for you, pile 3, it's like you guys come from 2 different backgrounds. Okay. Think of that song, Uptown Girl. She's been living in a uptown world. Na, 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 na. I love that song, but basically that song is about an uptown girl. It's about a girl who comes from like a wealthy family. You know, she's an uptown girl, and she fell in love with a boy from the other side of the tracks. Like he doesn't. They come from 2 different classes. Okay. So basically, I just feel like with you guys, pile 3, I feel like that's a situation with you guys. You come from, maybe you come from a family of money. But either way, whether you have money or not, you have class. You have education. Okay, and this person is like, I don't know what you call him. I don't know what you would call him. I don't want to call him, like, I don't want to be rude. I don't want to say like a scallywag. But he's just a boy on the other side of town. Okay? He's like a bad boy. You're like a good girl that comes from a good, upstanding family. Lots of class, lots of money. And he's like a bad boy, a rebel, you know? And, like, I just feel like you try to, I guess you can say, civilize this person. I don't mean to make it sound that way, but like, I guess you wanted to civilize him just a little bit. You didn't want to change him or anything like that, but you were just trying to put him on to a few things that would have changed his life, changed his outlook, you know, change his perspective, and he just was rejecting everything. But anyways, with this card, what I see here is that you saw potential in this person. Okay, you probably told him your potential is endless. Okay, you're so smart. You know, it doesn't matter if you didn't go to an Ivy League school. It doesn't matter if you're not educated. You're super smart. you're super handsome, you're gonna go places in life, and I can help you. I can help you. But this person rejected your help, okay? Because I don't know, like I just feel like it's just their upbringing, okay? Like I said, I think I said this in you know, one of my readings back in the past, but you know, sometimes the thing that separates class. All right, so as I was saying, sometimes the thing that separates the classes is nothing more than people's attitude towards each other. Sometimes the poor people just automatically hate wealthy people just for no reason. Oh, she's wealthy. Oh, she thinks she's all that. Oh, you know, she's looking down on us. Okay? And oftentimes it's the same thing for wealthy people too. A lot of wealthy people turn their noses up to people who are less fortunate than them. Right? And so I feel like that's what it is. Like they were just raised. I just feel like this person was raised in like, you know, like a poor family. They were raised in like a poor family. And so the way that they were raised to have like a dislike for people who are wealthy. Okay, think about that movie ATL. I don't know if you guys ever watched that movie, but it's an African American movie, ATL. And basically it's like, it's the same situation there where the character Nunu, played by Lauren London, she was a wealthy girl. Her father was like the dean of like the college or the university or something like that. So she had money, but she had to pretend that she didn't have it. Like she had to pretend like she was everybody else. If she wanted to get friends or whatever, she had to pretend to be like everybody else. She couldn't be herself, which is like this rich girl. So in her pretending, she actually caught the eye of the other main character, who is T.I., and he was like, you know, definitely the boy on the wrong side of the tracks or whatever you want to call him. And, you know, they fell in love. But then the secret came out, you know, shortly after like they became serious. Like he gave her a necklace and everything like that. And then he found out that she was like the dean's daughter. And he ripped the necklace off of her because, you know, she wasn't who he thought she was. Okay, she turned out to be like a rich girl, and I guess, you know, just from his upbringing, you're not supposed to like those types of people. Do you know what I mean? So it's like that with this person here. It's just their upbringing. You know, I feel like this person always felt like you were looking down on them. Okay, this person always felt that you were looking down on them. This person always felt that you were trying to change them. So that's why they never accepted your help. Okay? That's why they never accepted your help. They never took your advice. That's why they were stubborn. That's why they had their guard up. They don't want to listen. They didn't want to let you in because, you know, they didn't want to be that story of, oh, the rich girl takes me in and, you know, she changes me into her little lap dog. Okay, this is what this person felt like. So they were totally resisting. And so, yeah, they're in regret for it now. Because they feel like, you know, if they had stuck it out, you know, they just feel like they would have been a better person. And they would have been better off being with you rather than being stubborn and stupid. It says, bitch fire, stand up for yourself. Okay, I'm not going to take that. Okay, so who's still thinking of, okay, one of these wanted to come out. Who's still thinking of pal 3 after so many years? Please show us with this deck. Who is still thinking of pal 3 after so many years? I'm going to do it this way. Who's still thinking of pal 3 after so many years, Spirit? Who's still thinking of pal 3 after so many years? Who's still thinking of pile 3 after so many years? Okay, I guess nothing else wants to come out from here, okay? Basically, this was the only one that came out so far, and it says throne, your potential is endless. And it came out in the reverse. So this person thought that you were looking down on them, for sure. They thought that you were just like sitting on this high and mighty throne, and you were looking down on them, and you were trying to change them. But they didn't know that you actually thought that, like, you know, you actually really did see potential in them. And it's not that you were trying to change them. You were just trying to just make them better. You were trying to, like, smoothen them out a bit. They were just rough around the edges. Voyage. It says you already have all the answers. Yeah, so this person should have just listened to your guidance. This person feels now that they should have just listened to your guidance. It's not that you were trying to change them. You were just trying to help them. You were trying to help them to reach their full potential that you saw in them, that they didn't even see in themselves. But they rejected. Bottom of the deck says flower, be honest with yourself. So yes, this person was not being honest with themselves. Because instead of listening to their own heart, listening to their own intuition, letting love lead them, they were listening to their friends, their family members, all those toxic people around them. And it says, spaceship, don't be afraid to sing. Exactly. This person was afraid. They were afraid of just letting their hearts sing. Afraid of opening up their heart. And look, we have three mermaids on here, but 2 of them look older and this one looks young. So again, like, I just get a sense that this person, like, I feel like this person encouraged you to have an abortion. Some of you guys watching, at least one person watching, I feel like that's the case here. Okay, and that's why they're up in space now, because it's like, you know, they're thinking that this is what they could have had. But yeah, they were afraid. They were afraid to take the relationship to the higher level because they weren't being honest with themselves. Okay? They were afraid to accept your guidance. Okay? They saw you as, oh, she's just trying to boss me around. She thinks she's better than me. She's trying to change me. That's all it was. Please give us some clarification for this throne card. 6 of Pentacles. Okay? So this person, again, it's like they want, yeah, it was equal give and take in the connection, equal give and take, okay? Please give us more clarification for this throne card. Everything was equal in the connection. So they had it all wrong in thinking that you were looking down on them, okay? They had it all wrong. You did a lot for this person, tried to help them. And now I feel like they want to pay you back as well. I mean, it doesn't have to be financially pay you back, but pay you back in the sense of, like, you know, like, because as we see here, we see there's scales here. They just want to even out the scales. They want to let you know that what you did for them or what you tried to do for them wasn't in vain. They just weren't ready at that time. Like, they just want to make things right with you. All right, please clarify this voyage card for us. It says you already have all the answers. What does this voyage card represent? The Fool. Yep, they want to take a leap of faith with you. This is indicating that they're now fearless. They're not afraid to fall in love anymore. Okay, they're not afraid to take that leap of faith and fall in love. They're not afraid to be vulnerable. They're not afraid to take a chance, take a risk. Back then they were. Back then they were. for sure. They should have followed your lead. That's what that's the whole thing. They should have followed your lead. Maybe you're a little bit older than this person. If you're not older than this person, then you're more mature. Perhaps you're more educated than this person. But yeah, you were trying to help this person. And all they needed to do was listen and let you in. All they needed to do was sorry, I'm so sorry for stuttering. All they needed to do was let the love work in their lives, and the love would have changed and evolved them and the connection. But they resisted. They resisted. They fought. They fought. They fought. And yeah, 7 of Swords. 7 of Swords. They were being sneaky. They did stuff behind your back. They just didn't trust you. And you didn't. Yeah, now they want to do right by you. Now they want to do right by you. Yep, because they learned. They had to sit there and learn their lesson. Okay? They had to learn to be mature and heal themselves as well too. Yep, now they realize that you're their soulmate. They realize that they love you now. They realize that you were only trying to help them, that you didn't have bad intentions. You could have worked for them in their lives. You could have done, you know what I mean? But it's a little too late. Not well. I don't want to say that. I don't want to say it's too late. It's actually up to you, pile 3. But this person does want to come back to you, and they want to make things right by you. Oh, there's these ones here. Thorns. Weave together the crown you deserve, and storm. Every hurricane comes to an end. Okay. All right. So I just want to have a sense of how long it's been between you and this person, pile 3. So let's have a look-see. All right, so how long has it been since pile 3 has been with this person who's still thinking of them after all these years? Okay, so next new moon, that's in the reverse. So this person has intentions of coming towards you the next new moon. And look at that. Again, another crescent moon. Okay. So yeah, this person wants to come back and they want to reveal how they feel. Okay. I feel like this person is watching you from afar right now. Okay, but yeah, they want to come to you. They want to reveal how they feel. They want to tell you that they've learned. They want to tell you that they've learned a few things, and, you know, they see things clearly now. Next full moon, okay? And then again in the summer. Okay, so yeah, very soon, because we're in the summer right now. Next new moon or next full moon. All right, that's when they intend on coming back to you. All right, so unfortunately this deck didn't quite answer me when it comes to how long it's been, but I mean, you would know, pile 3, okay? If this reading resonated with you, you would know how long it's been since this person has last seen you or spoken to you. But, you know, just know that this person does plan. They plan on coming towards you, perhaps the next new moon. All right, but this one came out in the reverse, whereas these ones came out in the upright. So if they don't make it this time, they'll definitely make it for the next full moon in the summer. Okay, and we're in summer right now. All right, so it could be very soon. You could be expecting to hear from this person. And yeah, they just want to tell you that, you know, they appreciate what you try to do for them. And they, you know, they just had the wrong impression about you. You know, they want to tell you, like, they just want to have like a heart to heart, and they want to give you your flowers. They just want to let you know how much they appreciate you. Okay, so here is where I'm gonna leave the reading for you, pile 3. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did enjoy it, please show me that you did by giving the video a thumbs up. Also, you can comment to let me know what you liked about it as well. I truly appreciate all the engagement I get on this channel. If you haven't subscribed to my channel already, Pal 3, please feel free to do so by selecting the notification button and selecting all, so that you'll be notified each and every time I post a new reading. That way you won't miss another one, and I'll always have you back here to join me for more of my upcoming readings, okay? So I hope to see you again, Pal 3, the next time I post another reading. In the meantime, please have yourselves a very blessed and beautiful day. And of course, namaste.